Okay, and we are live. Hello, everyone. It is I, Billy the Conqueror. I have changed my name yet again because I tend to like to change my name, and this one seemed very fitting for me. So I am here with Ricardo. Can you introduce yourself, Ricardo?
Good day. You can find me on Twitter at Sarah Symbiote. Kind of reinventing my self here, my online presence.
Reinventing yourself in what way?
I don't know. Just creating a different kind of what would you call it? Brand, I guess.
Oh, really? Like in what way?
Yeah. Something that's not tied to my fucking first and last name. Sarah Symbiote. I don't know. It's catchy. I like it. My
Sarah
Venom
Symbiote.
head. Get it? It's like my last name with symbiote.
Oh, okay, yes, Sarah Cino.
I don't know. I thought it was clever.
Okay, that's pretty funny though. But you should say symbiote because that's how they pronounce it in the movies.
I don't know. I'm Canadian. I say boot.
What?
Said I'm
Symbiote?
Canadian. Symbiote.
I think most people just say symbiote.
Just bugging you.
Yeah.
Oh God. So
I'll show people what you picked up for the week.
fucking. I can't remember. Let's see here. I gotta go through my read list. See what I got. Batman. That was good. The new Deadpool was fucking surprisingly good.
What made it surprisingly good?
Well, they just rebooted it, so I wasn't sure what to expect. But they went back to the more toilet humor, random, fucking stupid Deadpool stuff that I enjoy, as opposed to Deadpool fucking doing self reflection and bullshit. I don't want I don't want morals in my Deadpool. I want him to be a crazy ass merc, which looks like that's what they went back to.
Yeah, so I quickly looked at Twitter, and so apparently Stephen Colbert decided to cuck for Disney and went after Star Wars fans.
Yeah, I'm sure EBS will have their
Yeah,
stupid event.
not really surprising, but it's like, yeah, that guy, he's such a shill.
Justice League reboot was good.
Justice League reboot.
Well, it's Justice League 1. I don't know if you want to call it a reboot.
So, but it's not No Justice, right?
No Justice led into the new Justice League Odyssey, Justice League Dark. They're redoing the Teen Titans and Titans teams.
Yeah, because with Justice League Odyssey, aren't they now upgrading like Starfire and a couple other primary Titans to Justice League status?
Starfire, yes.
Yeah, isn't Raven and Beast
Raven?
Boy in Justice League now?
No, they're on the. Raven's on Titans. God, I can't remember what everybody is. Just go looking for covers here. Covers. Raven. What the hell did Beast Boy wind up? I don't know what happened to Beast Boy. To be completely honest with you,
He was in the DC Rebirth Teen Titans.
he is not on the Teen Titans going forward though. Look at the previews in my DC Nation book.
Well, the previews.
That DC Nations thing I showed you, it has like all the.
Okay.
It's got
Well, I don't have
Justice
that
League
book.
Dark. Justice League Dark has Wonder Woman's antenna, Man Bat, Detective Chimp, and Swamp Thing. That looks fucking cool. What do we got? Centerfold. Shows how metal and no justice and everything. Justice League Odyssey, Cyborg, Starfire, Jessica Cruz. Titans.
Starfire and Jessica Cruz.
Yeah, they're in space. Because they released a whole bunch of planets from Brainiac's planet whenever it was blown up. So I found Beast Boy. He's on Titans. It's Nightwing, Miss Martian, Raven, Beast Boy, and Donna Troy. The Teen Titans is Damian, Kid Flash, Red Arrow, Roundhouse.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. So, but since
Rush.
the Titans, oh yeah, Titans means that these are the adult Teen Titans.
Yeah, this is ongoing right now. It's written by Dan Abnett.
Yeah, because the original, like that whole storyline started with Titan Sun, which led into DC Rebirth, and Titans for DC Rebirth as well as Titan Hunts featured like the older, almost like original Teen Titans characters from back before New Teen Titans. Yeah, it was kind of back when Aqualad, Dick Grayson, Donna Troy, and several others were part of the team.
Aqualad?
Yeah, Aqualad, Garth.
Huh. No,
Yeah, he was one of the first. Like the first Teen Titans were basically like like back in the '60s were Dick Grayson, Donna Troy, Aqualad, and like Speedy.
Yeah, because we got Aqualad for like 5 issues
Flash
or something. So I don't know what the hell happened to him.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Hey man, he lasted like 5 issues and he fucking, I don't know, just disappeared.
And this was a new series, like after Rebirth.
No, Rebirth.
In Rebirth?
He fucking showed up around like issue 5 of Teen Titans.
Huh. Okay, because in Titan Sun, he was throughout most of the series.
I don't know.
Yeah, so essentially DC Nation is like an anthology where they give you multiple stories.
I found that video, I found a video talking about that Colbert shit.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay. Who was doing the video?
I can. You can watch it if you want.
Rico the Symbiote. Okay, your clone appeared.
Yeah, so I'm logged in. I was on my computer 90% of the time.
Okay.
How do we get audio?
Is that the quartering?
Yes, it is. It's
okay.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll watch it later. Yeah, I'll watch it later. It's funny. Now, speaking of YouTube videos, do you watch Rageaholic or not really?
Never even heard of him.
Oh, you haven't heard of Rageaholic?
No.
Yeah, he's like one of the anti-SJW YouTubers, and he makes several videos. Like apparently he's like a conservative Satanist or something like that.
Oh, sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But he does this really awesome video on Hollywood always being full of communists, where it's like it's not a recent occurrence. They've been like communists for like about like 50 or 60 years. Oh, you ever heard of that?
No. I'm trying to get to the live chat.
You're trying to get to live chat?
Yeah, we got somebody in live chat. Somebody in live chat.
Yeah, I think that's Jack.
Yeah, it's Jack.
I'm not sure if you're familiar with Jack.
No.
Yeah, he's from Nurkish's Discord. He's pretty hardcore. Yeah.
Got a fucking goddamn phone call coming in. Jesus Christ.
What happened?
Got a phone call. Oh, I could just message him.
Yeah, you better. But yeah, so apparently I've been hearing news that they have what is it? That apparently Rocksteady's developing a Superman game, and that there's going to be like maybe a preview for E3 2018.
Oh, Rocksteady, what have they done?
They did the Arkham Asylum games, like Arkham
Oh,
Knight.
that could be interesting.
Yeah, yeah, it's like they did Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, and yeah, Arkham Knight.
Well, those games definitely have their following. So if they made I don't know, Superman, would he fly? I kind of feel like if you're flying, it would definitely take away from a lot of the gameplay. Because it's like, I don't know. Imagine like you play like fucking Grand Theft Auto and you can fucking fly.
Yeah, there are mods for that.
Yeah, but it's like you don't get to drive around, and I don't know. I guess it could work. I feel like it take away from the game a lot though. If you could just like, oh, I gotta go from destination A to B. I'll just fucking go up in the air, fucking fly over, and boom, mission complete. I don't know.
Yeah,
Spider-Man looks cool though. I don't know if you have
yeah,
a
that's true.
PlayStation like game.
Oh, which
Hey,
Spider-Man?
the new Spider-Man on the PS4 from Insomniac.
Oh, I think I heard a bit about that. So, like, how is that?
I don't even think it's out for a couple more months, but it looks so good. I won't pick it up though. I don't have time.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. So, besides the DC Nation, what other books did you get?
Well, DC Nation isn't really a comic. Got the I don't know what the fuck did I read? I picked up Detective. Was that this week? I think so. Detective Comics.
Detective
Just like
Comics.
yeah, it was the end of the. They're kind of like doing a reboot of that too. Like they're gonna get a new writer on there. They kind of wrapped everything up with Batwoman.
Yeah, well, they have to make it to 1,000.
So, oh yeah, they're on fucking. What are they on? 990, 980.
I am not sure. All I know is that they're close to 1,000, and that we're curious to see what they do for his 1,000th issue. You know, my guess what they
I
should
thought,
do is basically make it like an anthology book where you have all these different detective short stories, which are pretty cool.
oh my god, why can't I fucking type this? Detective Comics.
What are you looking for?
See what issue they are on. Yeah, so they're 980 right now.
980. Okay, but that's just the thing is,
Fucking.
it's like if they can get up to like 1,000, then they should. What would be really awesome is that they have like for number 1,000, they basically have what is it? They have like a story for each different decade of Batman's history. Like, one that's set in his like first years as Batman, then one that's like in the 40s and then 50s and so on.
I did that with Superman.
They kind of did that, but with this, it would be like mystery stories, and they could,
Yeah,
since it's
I guess.
detective comics, they could have all sorts of
Well,
very.
might as well follow the same format. I didn't mind that format for action.
What is it?
I didn't mind that format with the Action Comics
Well, with
1000.
detective comics, it makes sense for it to be an anthology, though. Like, have like different short stories with Batman solving mysteries and stuff. I think that would work very well for him.
Yeah, you get like fucking 10 different writers, get like 20 different artists, just go all out, make $10.
Yeah, like you get
Square
like Tim.
bound.
They could get like Tim Burton to write a story because like how they did with Richard Donner for like Superman.
Huh.
You know, because Richard Donner wrote a story for Action Comics 1000.
Fuck yeah, which one was that?
I think that was it was the one where he basically like is like talking to an ex-criminal who apparently was the first criminal who we ever caught in like comic book history.
Hmm.
I forgot what it was called, but yeah, it was written by him and Jeff Johns, and it's just kind of look at how Superman can change, you know, lives of even criminals.
Hmm. All right. Well, looks like cut the stream short.
Say
Buddy
what?
wants to go for supper. We're gonna have to cut the stream short.
Oh, what you doing?
Buddy wants to go for dinner.
Oh,
He's
buddy wants to go for
texting me.
Yeah, tell him to buzz off.
No, it's his birthday.
Okay. Yeah, you can take
Alright.
off. I might hang around a bit just to see if anyone comes on. And that's weird. It's like you're about to take off and like three people are viewing this are viewing the stream.
Oh, brutal.
I know that's pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. What is it?
So I wonder if you could get one of them to jump in.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be crazy. Let's see if that
Just
works.
put the link in the chat.
Yep. Yeah, posted the link.
Who knows what kind
So, like, where are you going to eat?
I'm not sure. He just said, just hit see in 20 minutes.
Yo, it's me, Minion Lover. How's everybody doing?
Hello, Meta. Okay. Thanks for coming in, because Ricardo was about to take off. How are you doing, Meta?
I'm doing fine. You know, making salmon at the moment.
You're making salmon.
Yeah.
Okay.
How you doing that?
You know, honestly, I don't know how I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. It's happening.
Pan fried, broiled, barbecue.
Oh, I'm frying it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong.
So, what were you guys talking about before I joined?
We were talking about like, you know, like the DC Nation book that Ricardo was showing off, and we were also talking about possibilities for Detective Comics 1000 when it hits that mark.
Oh yeah, how much longer we got till we get that?
Apparently 20 issues.
Oh, okay.
So that's like
10
roughly about
months?
about a year.
Less
All
than a
right.
year.
Okay. So
Cool.
we were discussing what they should do with 1000. I was thinking like still do like an anthology, kind of like with Action Comics 1000, but with like Batman solving different mysteries.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, because like with Superman, you know, the whole thing about Action Comics 1000 was based around the theme of like, you know, him as a character and how he inspires people and stuff. Whereas I guess with Batman, Action and Detective Comics 1000, it would be kind of like maybe like based upon the symbolism or something like that. You know, like since his character is very much different in like in how he's portrayed and like what is like important to the character.
All right. All right, that'd be a cool idea.
Because I know some people would want it to be very action oriented, but I feel like given the theme of with Action Comics 1000, they try to focus on like what they think is like the best aspects of the character. So you know, it involve him probably solving crimes, maybe like you know having like a martial arts short story, or possibly even like you know his rogues gallery and the stuff that basically is heavily like defined his character over the years.
Yeah, I think they could do something along those lines. That'd be
Yeah, they probably get Tim Burton or Christopher Nolan to come write a story since they allowed Richard Donner to come and write a Superman story for number 1000.
Yeah, I'd be into like a Tim Burton one.
Yeah, that'd actually be kind of cool if they basically allowed like Bruce Timm, Paul Dini, Tim Burton, and Christopher Nolan to come in and like write stories for Action
Yeah,
1000.
yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, and then of course Grant Morrison has to be a part of it too because he wrote a pretty good Batman series as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do you think, Ricardo? Do you have any special names?
I was just thinking, kind of cool if they kind of did a Bat Family sort of thing.
Yeah, they could do that.
Look back over the years of all, there's been like all the different Robins, sidekicks. I don't know, fucking do an Alfred story. Guy doesn't get me love.
Yeah,
Gordon story.
yeah, actually, that would be kind of cool too. But yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Like, basically, if they did like a Batman family story, it'd be like, it could feature all the Robins and how like he feels like a dad. I mean, that would be actually kind of cool to go into the whole, how important it is to him as a person to be able to like, in instance, inspire and like change these young people's lives for the better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, an Alfred story would be kind of cool, like where he like it's like him as like a secret agent because I know in some continuities he's like said they used to work for like the Secret Service for the England.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll be right back.
What is it? Okay. So he'd be right back. Yeah, you mind waiting around just for a little bit when he comes back, Cardo?
I'll hang out till I get a phone call saying he's at the door.
Okay.
He said 20
so he's at
minutes.
your place.
Yeah, he's gonna come pick me up, and I don't know, 20 minutes means to him.
Okay.
It's definitely gonna be 20 minutes or more.
Yeah.
So let's Meta-EXE off Twitter.
Wait a Who's off Twitter?
Meta-EXE? Was that his name?
I think so. Like, well, you said he's off Twitter because I mean, I guess I had to make. Yeah, you think he's off Twitter?
Meta, are you the Meta on Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's him. I thought you were saying is he off Twitter?
One off of Twitter.
No,
yeah.
I just saw like the stream like join link in one of the discords, so why not?
Yeah, no, I was doing something very reckless, but some people weren't showing up like they normally do, so it's like, okay, I'm gonna have a quick solution and do something potentially crazy. Unfortunately, Jack isn't joining potentially, so which is too bad because I find his like give no like fucks attitude to be really funny.
Yeah, Jack is very what's the word I'm looking for? Outgoing person. Yeah.
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't mind expressing his opinions about like minorities and stuff.
Yeah, he has a very strong ethno-state kind of thing going on, and I don't agree with it, but I respect it, and I respect Jack for voicing his opinions.
Yeah, you'd like him, Ricardo.
Who the fuck is this? Jack?
Just like, he's in the chat. You respond to him in the chat.
He also goes by the name Ethan Van Sciver, but we don't always call him that.
Yeah, he sounds a lot like Ethan Van Sciver, and he apparently he supports like an ethno state and stuff.
Whatever.
Whatever, Meta. I mean, whatever, Ricardo.
Yeah, I guess good luck with the ethno states.
Yeah, he's wonderful, a wonderful person. Besides Besides the ethno state?
I don't even think I'm allowed in the ethno state. I've been trying to figure it out for years.
Wait, what is your ethnicity? Rico?
Are tanned Italians allowed in the ethno state?
Are what allowed?
Tanned Italians.
It
You're
depends
white
on the
enough.
definition. Yeah,
You're
I mean,
white enough.
if you're like, what part of Italy are they from?
I don't fucking know.
But yeah, Italians are technically considered by many to be white.
Part native, so I'm already out anyways.
Wait, what?
So they're part Native American.
Oh yeah, yeah. Are you
Native Americans are perfectly fine too. I mean, it's like
well,
like people call themselves
well.
part Native American when they want diversity points.
Let's think about it for a bit. Let's think about it for a bit. Are they though? I mean,
What, having Native? Well, again, every pioneer was getting in, Native Americans' pants and stuff back in those days.
look,
Yeah.
Billy. I don't know if you've ever been to Canada, but the natives here are awful. Like not like all of them, but like the ones who live in reserves, they're awful.
So, are you trying to explain that's why basically here in America, people kind of drove them to near complete disappearance?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So you're saying that we should look to Canada?
So if we look at the chat on the video, Indians are definitely not okay, says Jack.
Yeah, that's good old Jack.
Jack is he has very strong opinions on this.
Oh yes. Yes.
Start my own ethno state.
Yeah, go do that.
With fucking tanned Italian fucking Native Americans.
What Canada? So what you're saying is like essentially like the Roman Empire, but with like I don't know, like fire water.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Except we got cool headdresses.
You got cool edges. Okay. That's pretty funny.
I think another person that like we gotta help lead our ethno state. Not like we can't have Jews, obviously, right? But I think what we could do is Asians.
Asians. Well, I mean, again, they like the Japanese were considered honorary Aryans.
No, not the Japanese. I'm talking like Chinese.
Okay, but wait, you say you don't want the Japanese to be part of the ethno state?
No, they're not what they used to be.
What are you talking about? What do you mean they told the like SJWs to go get fucked?
Yeah, but China's better. Let's be real. If you're gonna have an ethno state, have the Chinese.
China better? Wait, how the heck is China better? Like they don't make nearly as good anime.
No, we don't need anime. Anime brainwashes the whites. See, we can't be cucked like Richard Spencer. We gotta if we're gonna make an
ethno state. You mean no waifus in the ethno state?
No waifus. We gotta have 3D girls all the way around.
3D? You mean real girls or 3D girls?
3D girls.
Monogamy.
What is 3D? What are 3D girls?
Real girls. That's what they are.
Real girls. Okay.
2D, however, is disgusting. You can't have 2D waifus. You're a cuck. You're a soy boy. And that ain't good. If you're okay with that.
Okay. Looks like Florence has joined us.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for coming, Florence.
No problem.
Okay, so wait, so Meta, so there are no waifus. So what about MGTOW? What is MGTOW in the ethno state?
Disgusting. Can't have them. You know why?
Because of white genocide.
Well, yeah, that's part of it, but they have a very cucked way of thinking. They're all incels. What we need are people who are willing to go down with women.
Well, there's one. Well, one slight difference is MGTOWs is kind of done by options. Incels are involuntary.
Let's be real. People who are MGTOW, they're incels. You can't defend them. They're incels.
Not really. There are a lot of people.
You gotta swallow the red sunglasses if you want to be a.
Swallow the red sunglasses. I prefer drinking red wine.
Nah, you gotta swallow
Yeah.
the red
Nah, I'd rather
sunglasses.
drink the red wine.
Let's agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah. What do you think,
Corrupt.
Ricardo?
Corrupt is gonna join in a bit, so
Okay.
yeah.
Wait, what do you think, Ricardo?
I don't know, man. I think MGTOW know what they're doing. They pay no fucking child support, that's for sure. Or alimony.
Well, how about you, Florence? What do you think about this?
I was kind of thinking that if MGTOW were incels, then how come the name is Men Go Their Own Way, as in like they choose to go their own way, you know?
Yeah,
See,
Try to
they're
true.
called
That's
that because
defiant.
they still have pride.
voluntary celibacy.
They're involuntary.
Okay, so hey, Meta, what do you think about? I popped this idea in Yellow Flash's Discord server. Should they should make an incel video game? That would be fun, right?
Yeah, I'd play that.
So
Wouldn't it just be a
yeah.
school shooter kind of?
Not real. I mean, there could be
No,
a
you're right. You're
situation-
right. It'd be
Yeah, Incel
mulch
Rebellion would
shooter.
basically be like no, Incel Rebellion would be like what's a game? What's a game that's famous for like overthrowing a government and like destabilizing society?
Communism, the video game.
That's not an actual game. I'm talking about an actual game. So like, isn't it? I mean, not Far Cry. I don't know if Far Cry does, but it's basically like a first-person shooter where you play like basically a group of like innocent incel terrorists who go around destabilizing society, and you like target women and stuff.
Yeah, that's gonna get published.
That's
Well,
a
it get
wonderful
published.
game
I mean,
idea.
if you make them look like bad guys, then they'll get published. You just have to, you just have to spin it. You have to spin the storyline in a way that makes them look antagonistic.
Yeah, I'd
I mean,
I'd
Grand
play
Theft
that.
Auto, you can murder people without, pause and stuff in that game without any repercussions really, except for police chasing you. And, you can murder both men and women, and that's a popular high-selling game.
Well, I think it's because you can murder both men and women, not just
Well, in
women.
Incel Rebellion, you'd have to murder both men and women. Like, I think you'd have to murder more men to destabilize society, just because of the
Oh, yeah.
political
Yeah,
atmosphere that basically is more male centric than female centric.
yeah, I see
And
what
the
you mean.
amount of people in charge. Because there's still that whole thing with like the school shooter game, which was meant as a training thing, apparently for special ops. But people got triggered, and parents demanded that the game be taken off of Steam, which is pretty stupid.
What the fuck is this?
Okay, so there was a game that was apparently designed to train police on what to do in an active shooter, and there was a mod released to the game that allowed the player to take control of the shooter as he's going through like shooting up a high school. So the parents of like the Parkland massacre, school shooting, got infuriated by the game and demanded that like they get rid of it.
Oh, that's pretty distasteful, I must say.
I don't know. But it's kind of stupid. I mean, again, you can go on shooting sprees in Grand Theft Auto pretty easy.
Well, you can make your own mod. Who's gonna stop you from making a mod of whatever the fuck you God well desire?
Yeah, it's just the thing is that Valve temporarily took the game off. I think it's back on, if I remember correctly. But yeah, there was like all this uproar, and Valve decided to basically like, kind of cut for them. Well, yeah, it was a bit of a controversy, and so I'm not sure if it's still on there anymore or if.
I want to piss off the SJW mob.
Yeah. But yes, I think a lot of people are making jokes saying this was return of the soccer moms who want to basically, go after video games because they find them terrible. Yeah. But anyway, an install game would be pretty funny. It would be a good ride trying to stabilize society as you are on your mission to basically, rebel and overthrow the oppressive, sexually centric, American society. We could have trucks of peace and stuff, smashing through, I don't know, like pride parades and all these other highly sexualized cultures in America.
What was that? I thought I heard something in the background.
Yeah, what was that?
That's my dog whining.
What's wrong with your dog?
What the fuck isn't wrong with him?
You should get a big dog. Why'd you get a small dog?
I don't know. Look at this fucking thing. Just needy.
Yeah, always needy.
Jesus Christ, doesn't leave me alone.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you think, Meadow? Do you think, would you buy an Incel Rebellion video game?
I mean, what you're asking me is to buy a real life video game.
A real life video? Wait, how's a real life video game?
Like what I could do in the game, I could just do in real life. I could leave my house and just do whatever's happening in the video game. You know, no point.
Well, again, you don't watch. So wait, you don't like Grand Theft Auto?
No, because I could just run over people in real life with my car.
You are aware that you get arrested for that?
Would I though?
Yeah, you would.
The odds are pretty good that you're gonna get arrested.
Well, would I though?
Yeah, you pretty much would.
I mean, all I have to
You
do
could
is say
take
I'm
the-
gay.
You could take the gamble.
All you have to do is say you're gay.
Yeah, say I'm gay. Nothing's gonna
I
happen.
don't know.
Maybe I'll throw in some trans in there. Maybe say I'm part black.
Yeah, sure. And you didn't do nothing. You didn't do
Yeah.
nothing.
I'm oppressed.
The white man did it to me. He made me.
So, speaking of this, this SJW stuff, what do you guys personally think of this whole that whole Rose Tico stuff where the actress was supposedly harassed
Good.
online? Okay. What about you?
I think it's just bullshit. I don't think she was fucking harassed, and if she was, it probably wasn't anything worse than anybody else receives online.
Oh yeah. What about you, Florence?
It just kind of reminded me of Jake Lloyd, his kind of story about how he got kind of.
Oh, you're talking about the boy who played Anakin, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah.
Yeah, I read his story, and that was really fucked up what happened to him as a kid. Like, I
It's
mean,
kind of like Christopher Robin all over again, where the kid who inspired the Winnie the Pooh story apparently was bullied at his schools and stuff because of the books.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually hated the series before he died and stuff because he felt like it hurt his life and stuff.
Wait, really? The Winnie the Pooh books?
Yeah, because basically his dad wrote the books based upon the stories that he told, where he played with the stuffed animals. And when the books became popular, people began apparently to make fun of him and stuff because of them. And yeah, he spent a good portion of his life, I guess, in a depression. And he kind of hated his dad for publishing the books because he felt like they were he was being exploited for his stories.
I mean, I don't really see it that way, but I mean,
well, no, it's just this is what the person who was Christopher Robin thought and stuff. So yeah, he ended up hating the books because he felt like they were kind of a source of misery in his life.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of sad knowing that you get bullied for this stuff and
People should never be bullied for being white. They should be bullied for being any other skin color. Like Billy.
Okay. That's pretty funny. But back on the subject of the Rose Tico thing, so I mean I watched the Quarterings video on the whole subject, and it seems like only I think it was it BuzzFeed or Vice? One of those sites basically were reporting on it, and the examples that they used were basically trolling on Wikipedia, which was talking about the character, not the actress. And the only example that they showed for her being harassed racially was one tweet that she received, which was in reference to that troll. What?
Who the fuck is on Instagram trolling people?
I don't know, but it's it's the troll. The insult that was slung at her was basically essentially the same insult that was being used on Wikipedia when they edited and trolled her page on Wikipedia with the character Rose Tico.
Oh yeah, that was the where instead of Reztika was Ching Chong Wong or something like that.
Yeah, Ching
That
Chong
was
Wong
the
and stuff. So one person
Wikipedia.
one person trolled her, made using that term for her and stuff, and that was like an example they used of like harassment that she faced. But yeah, like I said, trolling Wikipedia doesn't equal harassing the actress. That's just them hating on the character.
Again, she left Instagram. What the fuck
Yeah.
does any of this have to do with her leaving Instagram?
Because social media is
And,
the
like,
main
you
source
think-
for these people's like outrage.
No,
and
but you
claims of
think
oppression.
too, like, doesn't everybody fucking screenshot everything in 2018? There should be
I would be
like,
surprised if she
evidence.
didn't know how to do that in the first place, or if she doesn't do that in the first place. You know?
Well, fucking somebody else would have.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of these people are just really.
I'm having a real hard
too.
time believing any of this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm skeptical of it too. I just feel like, yeah, but again, this is just another example where they're going to use shit like this to basically, talk about how toxic and horrible the fans are.
This is them trying to justify a fucking flop of a movie. No,
Well, I
don't
mean,
look.
now even Colbert's joining this, like, these
Don't look at
idiots
the
that start
man
trying
behind the
to-
curtain. They're just trying to use this as a big diversion.
I know, and like, then there's that idiot writer who basically said that Solo was proof that like white men are toxic to box offices. It's like I can't wait till episode 9 comes around and it's hard and stuff, just so
it's
it
all
can,
downhill. Anyways, look
yeah.
at fucking like the Avengers, isn't it? Like all white men, pretty much.
Well, Black Panther's there, though he died. Well, technically the black guy died, so they're going to get called racist for that. But
Oh my god! Spoiler.
Yeah, man, I haven't watched Infinity War yet. You just told me that Corrupt died.
You watched this? You watched Infinity War? Meta? Meta.
Yeah, no, I have.
But
But I didn't know
you
that Corrupt died.
Oh wait, you haven't watched it, Ricardo?
No, that's all good. I could give a fuck less.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, people. Spoilers. But that's just the thing. Is like Infinity War. I mean, there were some diverse characters because again, Wakanda appears, which after Black Panther, people are acting like that was the most important movie culturally in like the last 50 years or something like that. It's like let's forget about Hancock, Blade, Spawn, even Steel. Black Panther is clearly like the first and only black superhero film.
Clearly.
Yeah, I mean, it's like when you think about it, Black Panther isn't even.
But he's
I mean,
he's Wakandan, so he's real black.
yeah, but again, Wakanda's the way it is because a magic space rock fell from the sky and stuff. It's like if you're looking for a movie
Wakanda's
to make
in
you feel proud.
Africa. He's
Yeah, but
African. He's real
Yeah,
black.
if you're making a movie to feel proud about being like of African heritage, Black Panther is like the last movie you want to watch because it essentially is that way because a magic space rock fell from the sky. I mean, literally, that's not empowering whatsoever.
It's like fucking space welfare.
Yeah, it's like space welfare. I mean, it's like literally, you should watch Zulu. Like I hear Zulu is a great film. Like that's a really good and like empowering film and stuff. Apparently, because at least it's something real or realistic and stuff. But yeah. But it's like what Davis M.J. Arumi said. Like, if a white guy had directed this film, he would have been called racist for all those like, stereotypical African tropes that you see throughout the film.
All right, my buddy just showed up.
Okay, so I'll see you later. I'll see you later, Rico.
All right, boys. We'll catch you next weekend.
All right.
Yeah.
See ya.
But it's like basically. Yeah, it's just like the stuff that went around with Black Panther is just like, I don't know, that was just plain ridiculous. I mean, what do you think, Meta? Oh, what do you think, Meta?
Well, if you you see, all right. You get one mama bird and one baby bird, then you make a skeleton.
Okay. Oh, what is that supposed to mean?
I don't know.
You don't know? I
No.
mean, what did you think of all this hype surrounding Black Panther? Did you feel like it was like just completely ridiculous?
Oh yeah, for sure. That's why I didn't like care about the hype, but I liked the movie. Like I didn't want the movie to fail because of the people who were hyping it up.
Well,
Like,
yeah. But then, like, from a critic standpoint, I feel like the movie is kind of discredited a lot of critics because, I mean, it's a great film, but giving it like a 100% on Rotten Tomatoes, that just...
yeah, no, I thought that was
That's just-
absurd. I thought the movie was maybe a 70, 80%, not a
Yeah, like
100%.
80%, like 85 sounds fair and stuff, but it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, just 100%. It's like, it's the people... So apparently, according to Rotten Tomatoes, it's better than Spartacus and the freaking Lion King, for Christ's sakes. It's like,
And like Citizen Kane.
no way. Or Citizen Kane, but it's like, no way. There is no way a Black Panther is better than The Lion King or Spartacus, the original film in the 60s. Yeah, I mean, even like, yeah, like it's considered better than The Dark Knight. It's actually considered better than The Avengers. Like, it's actually better. I mean, that means it's better than Infinity War, according to Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, which was absurd.
Yeah, that's just completely insane.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Corrupt.
What's up?
Oh hell yeah, it's corrupt. Hey Dad.
Hello, son. What's going on? I feel like shit.
Oh, is it
Jack
getting
hasn't
worse?
joined yet. He said he was going to join later, but he hasn't joined yet.
It's getting fucking worse. Who said they joined, Jack?
I thought Jack said they would join.
You want Jack? Fine. Tranny should vanish, and you know what? Gay people should have died in the 80s. That's pretty much Jack.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
That's
Not with that being Jack, but with all of what you said. I agree with all that.
Well, there's probably some more to it than that, but no, that's pretty
No, he
much.
probably added the ways how they should have died.
Let's see. He was pretty vague. Well, he was vague about how tranny should vanish. What did he say about gay people?
I think he meant it like flamethrower, you know, just burn them.
Wait,
I
wait,
think you added that because Jack likes to say, I don't mean in a violent way. I just mean in a peaceful way.
Yeah,
Like, they should just go away.
it's a religion of peace.
That's basically Jack. Yes, it's a religion of peace. They should go away in a peaceful way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's very interesting. You two. They should go in a peaceful way. What does going away in a peaceful way even mean?
It means not being here anymore, but in a way that I guess doesn't make him feel like they died violently.
So
Men going their own way. That's
so like what? He's like what? They're gonna have like a sale on I don't know. They're gonna have like a gay event somewhere that invites all of them, and you know they get shipped somewhere.
I suppose so. Like they get shipped
Jack
to
is
Tranny
pretty
Land.
gay.
They get shipped to Tranny Land, I guess.
So wait, do you think Jack is Ethan Van Sciver corrupt, or do you not believe that claim?
Ethan is straight.
Okay.
Jack isn't. So yeah. But no, I don't think Ethan is Jack. Jack is.
Yeah, Jack says I don't advocate violence against anyone.
See, yeah, he believes they should go away in a peaceful way.
Okay.
See, no one knows what that means except Jack.
Well, I mean, I did figure out there was a way that the alt-right could get their ethno state through peaceful means as well.
That means you have to be shipped off somewhere, Billy.
Well, no,
he is
no,
black,
it
so
means,
he'll be used to it.
No, it just means that you have to basically make all non-whites infertile and stuff, and make sure women are having white babies.
This is kind of what I didn't want you to say on my stream. So, but you know what? We're here. So,
well, this is my stream, so I have my rules are different.
Exactly.
That's what I was saying is that if the alt-right wanted a non-violent way of creating their ethno-state, there are ways of doing it. It just means they'd have to wait. It would take time. Like the quick solution would be violent and psychotic means, but if they wanted to wait maybe like 20 years, then there's a solution.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that the alt-right would wait?
Probably not. No, a lot of them are raring to go for their ethno state.
Okay, so that means they just want violence then.
Yeah.
Oh, but at least Jack is someone who would wait. I mean, does Jack want to wait?
I imagine he would.
Jack seems very, calm, I suppose. So yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, he's like a sociopathic calm.
Yeah, it's like here. This is okay. You can join if you want.
How do you guys feel about minions?
Are you still posting pictures of minions fucking each other, son?
Yes.
I'm
Nothing
worried
will
about
ever
you.
make me stop.
I'm worried about you.
Okay,
I
so
love
like,
minions.
I'm a little
love
worried.
minions. But sorry, why minions? Why not mini-me's?
I don't.
Because it's different, Billy. Because it's different.
Yay.
I'm worried about you. You meta. I am.
How about instead of minions? How about gremlins? Gremlins are better.
No, they're
Like-
not. Minions are the best.
Okay, meta.
Banana!
What is happening right now? He
Nothing.
once sent me a bunch of pictures of just various minions fucking. It was more horrific than the next.
Oh shit!
I love minions.
What is I
That
know love.
sounds terrible.
It really does. It really
wasn't.
was.
It was perfect.
It was perfect. It's
Father is
that
lying to you.
Wait, so you're not that guy who likes to post like, I don't know, foot fetish porn and yellow flashes Discord, are you?
No, I got banned from that Discord.
he got. Why? Tell him why you got banned, son.
I posted spoilers for Infinity War.
Oh, and you got banned?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was already on bad terms with Yellow Flash for
You
that.
shouldn't have done that, man.
I was already on bad terms with him because he blocked me on Twitter previously.
Yeah. Were you trolling?
No. I was
What did you do?
I criticized him for calling Disney to get Max Bemis fired from Marvel. And I thought, like, that's exactly what SJWs do. Yet here you are calling everyone else an SJW. He didn't like that. He was very bothered by me saying that.
Well, I mean, technically, like, since people are on about the whole fact that because Mark Waid's a representative of Marvel with this whole Jawbreaker stuff, I mean, when Max Bemis saying stuff on Twitter kind of make him liable, so you could call his job, which is kind of a dirty thing to do, but I mean, I don't know.
I don't think there's any way you can really defend it, honestly.
Well,
what I'm saying is, wait, what?
I was just going to say my thing is that when you represent yourself as a company and a brand, you have to expect it. You have somebody like, God damn, hold on, someone's.
Okay. Well, I mean, what I was saying is that as a representative of the company, because I think, in his Twitter profile, Max Bemis does like describe himself as him being employed by Marvel, right?
Yeah.
He's a freelance writer.
The thing is, though, that he is in some way a representative of Marvel. I think that's the argument.
Yeah, so my argument was that if he in some way, since he in some way represents Marvel, him saying that stuff on Twitter would look bad on the company, which is why people would call and complain. I mean,
it's why people say it's why a lot of people say just have two Twitters, like a personal Twitter and a Twitter that represents your professional business and shit.
Yeah, I have a professional Twitter as well. I have my own personal Twitter.
Billy the Wizard. I'm sorry, William the Wizard.
Well, William the Wizard is like I said, is my Twitter for tweeting.
I thought you were gonna say your rate Twitter for some reason.
My what?
The one
Yeah,
where all
my
the rape
what?
happens, Billy.
Your rape Twitter. I thought you were gonna say it's my rape Twitter for some reason.
No, it's not my. No, it's not my rape Twitter. No, it's just
Really?
it's a Twitter for like memes and all the regular comics and stuff. But I have a personal Twitter for basically my professional and with my actual name on it.
But why?
Because normally when you're in a profession, they want you to have a Twitter nowadays, especially if you're like a writer.
Where do you work? Just
Well,
asking.
I work in retail at the moment.
Retail. All right.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. You want to talk about retail?
Retail. If working retail doesn't make you racist in some way, then you must really like being abused or something.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe I do, Billy. What's wrong with that, huh?
Billy, he has a picture of a minion raping another minion. What do you think he likes, man?
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's his picture. It's a minion raping another minion.
Yeah.
What? Wait, you mean Metas? Because his profile pic right now is Hellboy.
Oh shit! It didn't change for you. That's weird.
It didn't change?
No, it didn't change for Billy.
Wait.
Huh.
What you talking about?
Check the stream, Billy.
Stream. Let's see. Where are you? You're not on this. You're not in this comment section.
No, not in the comment section. Just look at my avatar on the stream.
Okay, let's see. Come on, load. This is YouTube's acting up. Let me see. I have to reload it. Oh my God, Jesus Christ!
It's beautiful, right? I love minions. I told you, Billy. I love minions.
You're so
Nothing
sick.
will ever break me up of my
You're
love
so
for
sick.
minions.
You're so sick.
Minions are beautiful.
Yeah.
You can't judge them, Billy.
Yeah, and
You
because I
don't
posted
understand.
I posted the stream link onto Nurki's Discord, I got a dislike. That's what happens.
Oh, you got a dislike? Well, they like to dislike every fucking thing. So.
Yeah. Okay, but
I mean, like the entire Discord is filled with nothing but shit posters as regular. So.
well, I mean, yeah, I mean there are shit posts. I mean, it goes back and forth, mostly shit posting, but we do get our occasional serious talk. Usually,
Do we though?
Kind of. I mean, I'm on Yellow Flash's Discord, and we had a very recent interesting conversation about the whole the whole Drawbreakers drama and a bit of hypocrisy when it comes to politics in the whole Comicsgate movement. One of our main discussion points was the fact that some people were talking about how they wanted no politics in comics, but then we thought that was a really stupid statement to make.
Jesus Christ, are we going to talk about fucking DNC again?
DNC? Oh yeah, I forgot you're on the Discord still. I forgot.
Oh god damn.
No, we don't have to talk about DNC. I'm just saying, but you saw discussion, I guess. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I love diversity in comics. He's my favorite YouTuber.
You
don't like him.
He really doesn't. Meta likes weaponized nerd rage, and I think you like England team, don't you, Meta? Tell them how much you like England team.
I mean, England team. I mean, I guess me and Weaponized, we got split, because we've had disagreements in the past.
Oh, tell them why you got oh yeah, Billy. Tell them about the fucking thing you had with Weaponized.
Okay, I pissed off Weaponized because while I was drunk, I made a rape joke involving all the feminist characters in DC and Marvel. Oh. So yeah, he apparently didn't like that because he told me to shut the fuck up and stuff.
Yeah, wow.
Well, at least it didn't involve an actual person. Just
I'm really confused by that because of Weapon's humor. I'm really confused by that, actually.
I've never seen him make a rape joke. He just tends to say, fuck Marvel, fuck YouTube, fuck Disney, and all stuff. I mean, to me, he sounds like a more tame, angry video game nerd. You know, it's like a more tame angry.
Actually,
not-
oh,
What's
you
up?
can go. You can go first.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, not so much the rape jokes. It's just that in general, his humor is kind of like I don't want to say edgy because that sounds insulting, but like
Well,
his
I
humor
mean, he's
is kind of offensive.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's kind of, I mean, he's edgy, but again, his edginess is not that offensive from what I can tell. I mean, he's like I said, he's kind of like he's like an angry video game nerd slash like rage quit edgy, where you're just cursing a lot and not really like anything super offensive, like I like hanging some gays or something like that. You know what I mean?
What were you gonna say, Florence?
I was actually going to say that if you guys have seen, if you guys have seen Weapons video on Gabby Rivera, that was really really freaking brutal.
I did not watch the video.
What happened? I did not see that either. What happened?
He basically was showing like pictures of what was it from Danny DeVito from.
Oh yeah, because he thinks he looks like Dan. He thinks she looks like Danny DeVito.
Well,
Yeah.
he's not wrong.
Well, I mean, that's not that bad in itself, but it's like, a good example would be like, okay, like Nurkish is more like, to me, it seems like he's more offensive than Weaponized Nerd Rage and his humor and stuff. And like, same thing with like, like we say with Milo or even Steven Crowder, whereas
I think he looks
Weaponized
like
is more.
George Lopez from Seinfeld.
Who?
There's this character named George Lopez from from Seinfeld, and I think that's who she looks like.
Oh, Gabby Rivera.
Yeah, Gabriel. She looks exactly like him. He's like this
Okay.
short, fat, bald guy, and like she looks exactly like a short, fat, bald man.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
Gabby Rivera isn't a short, fat, bald man?
I love you.
Yeah.
I love you, son. You complete me. Anyway, go ahead, Billy.
Yeah. Well, anyway, yeah. So another thing is like, yeah, because like after I got kicked out of his Discord and stuff, I think apparently Alt left the Gwaltzilla left the Discord because apparently like it's like they didn't like some of his like the things he was posting on there and stuff. So
Wait, how did you get kicked from the Discord? Because you
I
are
got
not
kicked-
as offensive as Walt. No one is. That
Okay, I got kicked from the Discord because I got into an argument with Weaponized about like gentrification. Like I was under the stance that gentrification was essentially like an SJW buzzword when they complain about a place becoming too white or something like that. White people are moving in, and like the standard of living goes up, including the cost of living.
And he said what exactly?
He thought that was like a flawed view or just like the wrong term use of the word gentrification. And I was under the argument that basically the words kind of like just changed over the years because most of the time when I hear the term gentrification, it's normally them complaining about like white people.
That's a tame ass fucking argument compared to the shit Walt said to get him kicked out.
Well, we got into argument, and then he thought I was being stupid, and I like retaliated and stuff. I think like calling him out and stuff, and then I got kicked.
Oh, what did you call him out on?
Well, like I said, that argument, I was just like saying, I could, I'm just saying, I think that I just thought that the definition I was talking about was kind of a common usage for gentrification, and he disagreed.
And then they kicked you out?
Yeah, because I kind of kept arguing and basically refusing to concede the argument. It was going back and forth.
What about those black people in my right? We got Corrupt, we got Billy. It's a 2-on-2.
What about those black people? Not a.
Wait, aren't you? Wait, if Corrupt is your father, Meta, aren't you black too?
He's technically black, yes.
Well, they removed those genes when they were cloning me.
Those genes. You are such
a machine. Remember where we talked about how someone needs to make someone should try to make a machine that is like.
Oh yeah, so you could say in Jack's ethno state, right?
Yeah, be like again. It's like haven't you ever read or watched the Sneetches?
No.
The Dr. Seuss book.
No.
You guys ever watched read Dr. Seuss?
I mean, I've read The Cat in the Hat. I've read The Grinch.
Oh, that's so.
I read Green Eggs and Ham.
I don't think he's
That's
ever
all the
read
basic stuff.
the race. I don't think he's ever read the race swapping machine of Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, the speeches basically. It's basically like this guy comes in who basically offers to give the non-start Sneetches a star if they pay him money and it'll go through a machine and it actually works. Then the Sneetches who have stars naturally have stars get mad saying that they were born with it first and decided to go through another machine the guy built to get rid of their stars. And then they kept doing it again and again. The guy gets rich off of both of them and then takes off. And then they realized that what they were doing was ridiculous and that, some people have stars, some people don't have stars, and, they should all still be happy with each other.
And then they raped him.
And then, no, Adam's friend raped them.
Nice.
No, and then the guy took off with the money because, again, they gave it honestly. He told them what the machine did, and the machine did what they wanted. So, basically he's being, you're an an honest capitalist, basically. It kind of shows you that, he profited off of their prejudice, but, they are the ones who gave him the money. So, you can't hate on the guy for giving them what they wanted.
Yeah.
If there's ever a game that actually needed rape, it was probably Octodad. Because if you think about it, like the enemy is the Japanese guy who's a chef who's trying to expose Octodad. So then the ending should have been like Octodad just tentacle raping him, the Japanese chef. It would have been poetic.
Yes, I love poems with tentacle rape.
And then at the very end, you could rape.
And then
them.
Adam's buddy came and raped us all.
And then there could be like a poem attached to about how the Octodad enjoyed raping him.
Oh God, Octodad. I actually really like that game.
Okay, yeah, we seriously need to have a game that's basically called Age of Shit Wars, where it's basically like a fantasy role-playing game where you have all these basically you feature all the people in Comicsgate as well as the people in like Nurkish's Discord, where we could basically fight different monsters and stuff. That would be totally fun.
Yeah.
You could probably do that in a D&D game, really. Just rewrite it to where you could have different like shit lower classes and shit.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Make a role-playing game out of that. But it'd just be really awesome just to do that, where it's like, oh yeah, Corrupt, Meta, Billy the Conqueror, and like Florence are all characters in this role-playing game, and you can pick between many different characters, and they all have their own special abilities.
What's my special ability? What makes me different?
What's your special ability?
Yeah.
Fuck minions.
You summon minions, yeah. You summon minions to attack people and stuff. And then,
that's actually really cool special ability,
Yeah, the Nurkish's ability is basically he's like a bard, but his bardic skill is roasting people and stuff. And then oh what?
And they die.
And they die.
And then like Corrupt skill is basically like, he's like laid back, so he's able to make people, fall asleep or something like that. And then Jack basically is like what would Jack's ability would what would it be? It would basically revolve around this ethno-state arguments where I think it's like, oh yeah, the creatures that don't share like a type with him and stuff, or like he picks a type that he values, basically take double damage when he attacks them or something like that.
That's pretty cool, actually, Billy. You actually could make something like that.
Yeah, and Florence's special power would be to like create art and stuff, like kind of like Sai from Naruto.
I'm so laid back that I make people fall asleep. That's hilarious.
Yeah, you cast sleep or something.
Honestly, that's where it's at. That's
I cannot look at your fucking avatar because all I see is just this little minion getting raped by his friend there.
Wait, sorry, can you see it in the Hangout page?
I can see it in the Hangout.
Okay, I guess when he joined in, his Hangout, his photo was still Hellboy, so it didn't.
Oh, that explains why I can't. Okay, that explains why you can't see it because it.
Yeah, because he
needs
joined
to drop before it'll change.
Yeah. Oh, hey Rex.
Oh, it's Rex the hero.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Oh,
What's
we
up?
were talking. Yeah, we were just talking about how, like, someone should make a fantasy role playing game based around Comicsgate and the people in Nurkish's Discord.
Well, actually, it was just you talking about it. We were just here to listen.
Okay, fine. I was talking about it, but that's what I was talking about. Where everyone has their own little special skill or quirk and stuff.
I first heard about Rax when during that shit with fucking England team or whatever. That's the first time I heard Rax's name.
Well, what happened with what was that shit with England team?
Some fucking fight that happened.
You're talking about with Yellow Flash? Yeah, about
Yeah.
England team for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Wait,
That was
what?
great.
Wait, what happened?
My god died.
That was a sad
In
day.
case you don't know who my god is,
No.
it's a
Wait,
minion.
what happened to Rex? Like, what? They got into an argument for 3 hours?
It killed me.
Yeah, like Rax got something with Yellow Flash or something like that.
Oh,
Kept
wasn't
mentioning-
it?
he just kept
Yeah,
mentioning
didn't
my
that have to
name.
do with didn't that have to do with Yellow Flash joining like one of those like internet blood sport like channel streams or something like that?
Yeah, I think he went on Andy Worski.
Yeah, he went on Andy Worski, but he also went on another guy's stream before that.
Yeah,
Well, I don't see
that
why- I
guy
don't see
doesn't
why you would-
matter.
I don't see how England team would care because both John Mallon and DNC skipped out, but John Mallon went on Andy Worski's same stream as well.
He had internet connection issues or something like, but yeah, like
Yes.
Rax is I first remember Rax from the Yellow Flash England team like dust up shit.
That was a
Okay,
good day.
well, I mean-
That was a fun few hours.
Oh, yeah,
I wish I had seen that shit. That pisses me off, man.
That was
Well, but if like John Mallon went on like Andy Worski's stream as well, I mean, why would England team be mad at Yellow Flash?
Oh no, this had's okay. There was a Rax. You want to explain it because you actually know what happened. I don't actually.
pretty much. England team had been talking shit every time that Yellow Flash's name had been mentioned for months. He just constantly throwing shade at him. He just got fed up.
Yeah, why was England team throwing shade at him anyway? It seems like that's kind
He
of
was he's trying to act like he was the boss of Comicsgate and acting like he had some power over Yellow Flash.
Okay.
He's pretty much trying to talk to him like he was like his junior, like he had to listen to him, and didn't go out very well for him.
Well, England team is like in his 40s or 50s or something like that, so it's like you know. That's what happens to a lot of people who are, older, where they think that, that we have to listen to our elders and stuff.
Apparently,
It was a fun live stream.
it's Captain Cummings.
Hey,
Oh, is it now?
Wait, is that Kevin Cummings?
yeah,
Oh yeah, Captain Cummings.
I'm waiting for the next Cap Cummings live stream so I can complain for him to start wearing his hat again. I miss it.
I've never seen Captain Cummings wear that hat outside.
Wait. Is that you, Kevin Cummings, or is that Jack?
Maybe it's both.
Who is this?
No, Jack.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is Captain Cummings.
I'm gonna have a petition. We're gonna do a change.org to make force Captain Cummings to wear his hat. I like his hat.
You wear the hat.
Yeah, man.
We're
No,
You're-
listen, I have not seen that. I've not seen Captain Cummings wear his hat outside of art. Like I've never seen you wear it before.
No, he used to wear that. I mean, yeah, Kevin Cummings is like, why did you adapt the DNC style of making videos? Because it's like, it's okay, but your old style was so much better. Like
Takes like all day to do a video that way.
okay, well, it's rewarding. It's like it's good quality though.
But nobody was watching them.
Yeah, they were. People were watching them.
No. Just as many people watch.
I mean,
I understand. I understand,
Okay, I mean, I'll
But
be real.
the thing is, if I'm going to spend 5 hours making a video,
yeah.
Yeah.
and the same amount of people are going to watch it as if I did a 10, like just a short video like that, which one are you going to choose? I mean,
Okay, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not
I
like
just play him on
I like
mobile.
I like your shit regardless. So I don't really care what you do.
well, I mean, not. I guess I don't mean to sound star, but I don't know. I just felt like the DNC style was. I mean, I just thought it was kind of cheap, and it's like with how many subscribers
course
he had. I mean, it's how many subscribers he had. I thought it was kind of. I don't know. Kind of lame.
I mean, it
How
might
many
be cheap. It might be cheap, but it's easier to do. Like edit
Well,
videos.
yeah. It
Pain
is
in
easy
the
to
ass,
do.
man. It really is. Man.
Yeah.
It's a
Well, I understand. I try to. It's just, I don't know. It's just like, it's like if, like, I mean, based upon style and content, I mean, I almost feel like, I know, like, Doug is kind of, like, inconsistent in videos he uploads, but I kind of feel like him and DNC should have like flipped the amount of subscribers he had, because I feel like Doug offers some really good content when he releases it.
Well, yeah, but it's all about how many videos you put out, and whether people like your personality or not.
Yeah, Billy, quantity over quality. Understand.
Doug's
Sargon does pretty well.
personality is also Doug's personality. Also, I don't know. Like, I don't really like Doug's personality as much as I like DNC's. To be honest with you, I mean, I like Doug's person. I just prefer DNC's personality.
Aside from Iceman number 6, it's like I don't know. DNC's personality is kind of, I don't know, so.
I mean,
he's fine he's fine as long as you don't take movie advice from him. God damn it, his movies.
Oh my god, yes.
I don't
terrible.
even think
Let me talk about his movies real quick. It's all, you know how he talks about bits all the time?
Yeah.
That's a bit. That's his thing.
But
it's like he goes the opposite grain of, he's a contrarian too. He goes the opposite grain of what people expect in society, so that you go, oh, he's got garbage taste in movies. That's his bit.
That's why I said he liked Solo twice. That movie just looks generic as hell, man.
Yeah, I've seen reviews of it. It's like you have a Droid Lives Matter character who, you know, I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but it's like
if the movie
nobody cares about.
What?
If the movie was about the fucking robot going around like screaming feminist shit all the goddamn time, that would be amazing.
The thing is
talking about how the male penis is oppressing robot women, that would be awesome.
The really funny thing. The really funny thing is no one wanted a Solo prequel, but if they just did like immediately after Return of the Jedi, people would have went and watched it just to see what happens next.
Yeah.
Like, nobody cares about post Star Wars. They only care what connects to the main storyline. But now the main storyline has become garbage.
Well, yeah, the thing is, but here's the thing is, Solo, they've been pulling from, they're now starting to pull from the prequel trilogy for like these movies, because Solo had references to the prequel movies.
Oh yeah, it had Darth
So
Maul.
that's I don't think that makes any sense. I don't think that part.
I know. So it's like they're so desperate for ideas that they're basically now going to start pulling from the prequel films.
You didn't want Darth Maul in your Star Wars?
What?
You didn't want Darth Maul in your Star Wars?
No. After what they've done to the original cast, I do not want these characters in the new Star Wars.
They're gonna have Star Wars. They're gonna have Darth Maul show up and start talking about how he's a transgender alien, and that's why he's not fighting from the dark side or something.
He's going to talk about how he was a slave to Emperor Palpatine. You know, he was oppressed by Emperor Palpatine's whiteness and stuff.
Oh my god, that would be amazing if they just went some batshit SJW like direction like that, where he said that he hated Palpatine because of his toxic whiteness. I would be like, oh my god.
I would love Star Wars now.
Yes,
it's perfect.
Yeah, but the interesting about apparently DNC is apparently he apparently prefers one shots because he doesn't read that much. Like apparently he doesn't really read books anymore. So yeah, that's why he doesn't like story arcs anymore, because
he reads series and shit. He does read series or whatever.
Yeah, but he
read all of American Chavez. He read all of American Chavez. That's all he
God, that's awful, man.
Well, again, that's going to give him views. But again, you're going to get views reviewing that book. You know, roasting that book, that gives you like views.
Dude, like you don't get it, man. Reading American Chavez is fucking awful. It's so long.
Did you read? Have you read any of the Comixology originals yet?
No, but I was going to read the one called The Freaks with all.
I read and reviewed all of them on my channel. I have to go. I have a schedule with the doctor to get checked out to see if I developed a brain tumor from reading that. It was the worst. It was the worst comic I've ever read.
Are you sure that it's actually not the best comic you've ever read?
No, it's like a checkbox diversity team, and they don't even take the plot seriously. Like one of the villains and the heroes become friends because they're bulimic.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's perfect. What's wrong with you for not liking it?
How are you not dead from reading all of that?
It was bad.
It was amazing. I don't know what you're on about.
There's a picture of the writers and what they look like now and what they look like as teenagers, and all of them look normal except for one that looks like one of the chicks from Kim and Kim. and it shows what she looked like as a teenager, and she looks like some like Edward Scissorhands, pretty much. I'm not even joking. It's retarded.
Okay, wait. So the villains and the hero bonded over the fact that they're bulimic.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
They became best friends.
Well,
Oh my god.
Well, the good news, at least my special order came in for Pinocchio Vampire Slayer.
Jesus, that sounds amazing.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
They bonded over bulimia.
Check out the videos I did. I did all each of them are a couple minutes long. It was the worst comic I ever read. It hurt me, and I got legitimately angry at some of the parts. It was so dumb.
Wait. Does it have like evil white men and shit all over the place?
Actually, the only villain kind of looked like Hillary.
I believe it, Hillary Clinton.
So, what you
The
by a Bernie bro then, a Justice Democrat?
it was it was the most. It was when what is it? You know when Twitch played Pokemon and they like controlled it. It was like if you did that writing a comic from Tumblr, and nothing made sense. It didn't even take itself seriously.
Oh, guys, Jack is here.
Okay, it didn't make it.
So hey, I tuned in like right as they were like halfway talking about it when they announced the originals, and they talked about like people getting superpowers from a ray beam, and they had to like technically anyone could get a superpower, and I assumed it was some form of like you get picked or you earn it, but it's a 1956 hippie bus that shoots laser beams at random, and if you get hit by it, you get superpowers.
That's fucking stupid.
And the whole city developed a religion around this van, and that their whole military force is to guard this van that sits like on a pedestal, like out in the open.
And it shoots laser beams that give you
And
so it's like the Magic School Bus, basically, kind of.
It got superpowers because a hippie ran over an alien, and the alien absorbed into the van.
That's just my fetish, man.
Wow. Okay.
It was so bad. And
I'm guessing it's supposed to be like a silly comedy type of thing. Is that what's going on?
No, I think they tried to be really serious. I thought they were. I'm pretty sure. I watched the stream, and the only thing I thought was funny is the chick who looks like one of the Kim and Kim girls. I think she's French, and the white girl kept cutting her off because she was struggling to speak English, and she kept getting pissed off. It was amazing, but. Oh my god, it was so bad. And what a surprise that the main writer worked on Unstoppable Wasp. So I think that was a good, clear sign of where the quality came from.
Oh, that guy? Holy shit, that guy is fucking terrible.
It was here, I'll post a picture in the Flash Discord. It hurt me.
How's it going, Jack?
Oh, it's going all right.
So, what are your plans for the ethno state?
Excuse me?
I put some in the general chat.
Are you a maverick? I know I am.
Right, the Maverick.
I don't know what that means.
Okay,
I'm a kid, okay? You can't judge me.
Wait, Jack, what is your plan to non-violently establish the ethno state?
I've told you this before. The ethno state is not going to come about in our lifetime. It's going to take quite a long time to establish a white ethno state in the United States.
Like how long?
We've talked about this.
Like how long?
Well, I don't know. Not in my lifetime.
So you can't give us an estimation?
No. I'm not a, expert on such things. I'm not a historian or a political scientist. I don't know anything about it.
Can you give us an estimation, Corrupt, on how long it would take to establish the ethno state?
2 days.
Oh, so if we go by Billy's plan of rendering people infertile who are non-white, it would take at least several generations.
Do that anyways. But
I like this.
state.
It would take at least several generations for that to happen. So, yeah, I mean, within like a few generations, sure, you would get your ethno state. That would also depend on, well, women wouldn't even really need to breed at any particularly high rate either, right? Because all the competition is infertile. So,
yeah. But what about you, Captain Cummings? How long would it take? I think Captain Cummings
he's a little too mainstream to comment on the ethno
Yeah.
We don't want to ruin Captain Cummings' reputation.
well,
he has certain standards of.
Yeah, Billy. Why didn't you understand standards is a thing,
Meta.
freak?
Well, Meta's a child. That's his defense right there. Like, he
Yeah.
doesn't.
Oh yeah, Meta's 15 years old. I mean, it's like,
Yeah,
wait,
I'm a boy. I'm a baby.
What 15-year-old Meta is posting pictures of minions fucking each other?
The real ones?
The
fucking
Canadian
moron.
ones.
Like, that's
Hang on.
disturbing.
Is that a new gender? Is that one of the new ones?
Yeah.
Minions, yeah.
Minions.
Huh. Did they classify it in a subgroup of 1 and 2i?
Are you a minion
Wait.
phobic?
Oh, there goes Captain Cummings. I think we scared him away.
You guys ran him off.
Dude,
I
how
don't
about
think he
get
wants to
kicked
be
out?
associated with the
How about
ethnos.
get ejected? Yeah, I hope you guys didn't make me get ejected from Captain Cummings' Patreon.
No, I think Cummings agrees with our ethno state.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like
I don't see why he wouldn't, you know? It's genius.
I mean, I've seen his picture. He belongs in the ethno state.
yeah. But
Yeah.
say Rax, did you ever read Pinocchio Vampire Slayer?
No. I didn't even know this was a thing until just now.
Oh yeah, it's like I got the entire collected edition of the entire series, and it's actually really good. Oh, Pinocchio Vampire Slayer, Jack. It's basically like a story of Pinocchio as a vampire hunter.
Does he take chunks of his nose off to drive it to the heart?
Actually, he does. Yeah, he literally lies. His nose grows, then he pulls it off and stabs a vampire. Yeah,
I could write these stories.
It's actually pretty funny. Like it's pretty funny because the humor doesn't really line up. The humor, it's more like it's more about like.
Yeah, it's a comic book.
It's a comic book.
It's a comic book.
Yeah, it's a comic book.
See, this is why the comic book industry is failing.
You don't like Pinocchio Vampire Slayer?
Stupidity.
Comic book Vampire Slayer, Jack.
Did you guys talk about the whole thing with DC and Zoe Quinn yet?
No, we did not talk about that yet.
Okay.
What?
Have you looked at those comics?
I saw
Zoe
like,
Quinn's
a little
comics?
description.
No, the 7 they announced for the relaunch of Vertigo.
I think what we actually need is a minion ethno state.
Jesus Christ.
Stop.
So I noticed that one of those comic books was supposed to deal with like white supremacy or some stupid shit like that.
Oh yeah, and one of them's about a lesbian love story or something like that.
Yeah,
You mean the
what is
best
Zoe
type of
Quinn's
love
comic
story?
book?
No.
That thing looks. I think they all are going to end up bad.
Yeah, what is Zoe Quinn's comic then? Which one
Zoe Quinn is pretty much she once watched Tron and then saw an episode of Code Lyoko and threw feminism in there. I feel really bad for the two men that are going to be working with her for that comic. She's going to fuck both of them and then look for a way to use that to her advantage.
Oh yeah, it's like what we could in Gamergate we called that 5 guys. They called that 5 guys. So in this we're going to call it 5 issues or something like that. That's what the country is going to be, 5 issues.
Code Lyoko, it had like the worst dub I've ever heard in my life, but I would rather like suffer through that than to read anything Zoe Quinn puts out.
I actually am. I would love for it to be good just to see the people give her praise and just hear the soul crushing words come out of their mouth.
Yeah.
I have no interest in reading some insane bullshit by Zoe Quinn.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
it's
I'm
Zoe
gonna
Quinn.
read it and
Zoe
review it.
Like Zoe
Can't
Quinn, I
make
mean, she is like some form of sociopath because like she's a
Well,
pathological
you know, I
liar,
take
and she
that.
also
I take that back. As somebody who loves to cringe, I owe it to myself to read this shit. So yeah,
yeah. But did you know, unlike other SJ so far, unlike other SJW creators, Zoe Quinn is kind of proven to be is proven to be some form of sociopath, and that she basically like she's actually bullied people online.
Zoe Quinn is a beautiful woman. You stop making fun of her right now, mister.
or
Wait a minute, she's not a trans
she's
dude?
not that pretty.
she's not a trans dude. Holy shit. But yeah, you're right. But you know what? You're right, Rex. Like that shit'll be amazingly cringy.
Did you look at the cover of Border Town? Like one of the chicks, I can't tell if she's a tranny or if they just made this black chick flat as fuck, and then they got Rose Tico, a dude with corn.
Rose Tico is
Rose,
a
yeah,
fat
Rose, yeah.
Asian bitch.
Well, that's pre-fat Rose Tico. You can tell from the scowl.
So
And then there's like
it's Rose Tico's sister then.
It's Pan Lando, isn't it?
No. Rose Tico's sister was happy. She didn't scowl.
I don't know.
Who's it? Maybe this chick is Pan Lando. That's what they want.
Maybe
Pan Lando to look like.
And they hang out with a pedophile, and Roman Villalobos is self-insert character.
I think that's what Jack named him, Pan Lando.
Where is this? Like, what is this?
Have you not seen this? Have you not looked at those?
This is actually the greatest comic of all time. You better not be making fun of it, or else I'm going to send my minions after you.
And this is Zoe Quinn's comic book.
No, that's one of the 7. Zoe Quinn's is pretty. Again, she watched Tron one day, and she's like, "How can I make this more feminist?"
Oh god. Okay. So what you're saying is that the DC side they're going to bring back the Vertigo imprint, but rather than do it like the really good old Vertigo, they apparently going to turn into like SJW imprint or something like that.
Yeah, I have a theory that they're aware this is going to fail.
Yeah, it's like, why not give what people wanted and bring back, like, say, Hellblazer, the books of magic, and, like, say, the old Doom Patrol.
Well, they're doing a Doom Patrol TV show at least.
Because nobody knows what those are.
Yeah.
Under Vertigo, those were really popular series. Like Animal Man. Animal Man had a really great
popular.
Well, they made a lot
popular for Vertigo. That's like
these stories lasted a long time, so it means they sold.
I mean, do you think they'll be any less popular than a story about two flat-chested lesbians hanging out in the street?
No, they would not be less popular. They would be making tons more money compared to these garbage titles coming out.
It'll be made fun of a lot. So I mean, there's that.
I have a whole theory that they're aware that shit and like Eternity Girl is gonna fail. That's why they don't put them on anything that connects them to the main story and to the main DC universe.
Wasn't the whole didn't the quartering say that the whole Zoe Quinn hiring was like a smokescreen because the president of DC?
Oh yeah, the quarter pounder.
Yeah, he thinks it's it's just a big decoy, so no one pays attention to that.
But I'm wondering, where did he come with that conclusion? I know the president of DC stepped down, but where's the controversy?
Somebody told him, I think, right?
He says he's got stuff from an insider.
Oh, okay, and it's like,
does he have the same kind of insider like DNC, like someone who?
I don't know. I assume so.
I'm wondering, how is her stepping down like a needing for a smokescreen? That's one thing I'm confused about.
I guess the argument is that they'll be attacked for firing a woman, especially like a woman in a powerful position. So using Zoe Quinn, who is kind of like a feminist icon, like a few years back. Yeah, she was a feminist icon.
I've never heard of this person before.
So using feminist, celebrity feminists like her and Anita are a way of deflecting criticism from that because people will be more focused on Zoe Quinn getting hired.
Oh yeah, Anita Sarkeesian apparently Sargon made a video with the Thinkery about how her channel is basically dead, and that they're now making a video game where it's like, oh yeah, if you pick to be a male,
Anita Sarkeesian still alive? I thought she killed herself.
No,
I thought that was
just a dream I had.
No, all she does now is post like super huge bait on Twitter. Like that's like 3 weeks ago. She posted a 4-second video on repeat of her wide mouth trying to eat a taco.
Isn't her Well, isn't right now she's trying to like fund money to like have a Discord server?
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, 250K for Discord.
No.
Yeah, it's like what the fuck is
20? She raised like $30-something thousand to spend 2 minutes to open a Discord because a bunch of idiots thought that it was somehow difficult for her to do that.
Hey, you have to pay. You have to pay Discord. You have to pay RAM housing fees for some shit like that.
Wait, you have to pay Discord to make a server? Wait, correct. You have to pay a Discord to make.
No, basically the quartering or the quarter pounder, as he is sometimes called in the Turkish Discord, is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like he was making fun of her and saying that like you need a RAM housing fee to keep all the fucking
Yeah. Okay.
like to house all the information and shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's crazy. She asked for money for a Discord server, and some idiots actually paid her like thousands of dollars.
Yeah, people are stupid.
Actually, I have a friend who's anti-Gamergate. I'm actually gonna probably bring him on to hang out maybe this month, but I don't know. But he actually told me that even he thinks that Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian, they're just shitbags. So even their fans are probably getting sick of them at this point.
Well, because again, when you look at the facts and stuff, it's just like, regardless. I mean, kind of regardless what you think about the whole Gamergate phenomenon, like if there was online harassment and stuff, is when you put the facts together, like Zoe Quinn and Anita Sarkeesian do not look like very great people and stuff. I mean, Anita Sarkeesian wasn't really even part of Gamergate. She just kind of like used it to like increase her fame and stuff.
The thing about Zoe Quinn though is that Zoe Quinn is hated even by a lot of the people that used to like work closely with her on Crash Override and shit.
Well, yeah, because apparently, she like doxed the server because they included women instead other than her or something like that. It was like some stupid shit. And then she like has also like been confirmed to be like had to have actually cyberbullied people. Like she's a pretty like sick personality and stuff.
Yeah, she was a cyberbully. It's funny too because Brianna Wu kind of admitted to using like mobs of people to cyberbully others too.
Oh yeah, no. Brianna Wu is like Brianna Wu is some from a psychopath. Like she has some serious problems, which probably makes her perfect for trying to become a politician and stuff because
I don't know. I think Anita Sarkeesian's relevancy kind of died off when she bullied Sargon of Akkad at VidCon last year.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I think that became way more public.
Her relevance died a long time ago.
Well, it's like she like basically, I mean, literally, like she got triggered by him just sitting there and like kind of smiling at her and stuff.
He's creating a hostile environment because he's there and she's surrounded by all these bodyguards.
Yeah. It's good old Sargon. I just, I did kind of disagree with her liberalist stuff, but he's still fun to watch. I mean, I don't know what you guys think of all that.
Mm-hmm. If they were men, she probably got raped.
Jeez.
They just looked at her and like their eyes just like undressed her and just like violated her.
Yeah, what do you think this whole like liberal?
I read about that on
do you think
everydayfeminism.com.
Do you think it's kind of stupid? Like, the whole like this whole like reactionary thing with like the liberalists and stuff.
I don't know too much about the liberalist thing, to be honest with you.
It sounds like it's literally just Sargon V and a couple others kind of being reactionary over like the alt-right and stuff. And it's kind of like, I don't know. There's such a small group of, radicals, and stuff that it's like, was it really necessary to form some type of movement to counteract that and stuff? I feel like that's such a waste of time.
To counteract the alt-right or the SJWs or both?
The alt-right. Like the liberals movement apparently was like, seems like it was a reaction to like, the whole like that whole like what was it? Was it a Wartsky stream or I don't know? Someone's stream where Sargon got into an argument with Richard Spencer.
Oh, it was a Wartsky stream.
It was a Wartsky stream, and it's like suddenly now they become the liberalists and stuff, and it's kind of like why? Why is that even necessary? It's like the alt-right is still a small organization. They're not that big.
Not really, no.
Yeah, so it's like it's kind of cringy or something like that. It's like I feel like Sargon was smarter than that. It's like it's almost like they baited him,
Richard
and him becoming
Spencer
a liberalist is kind of like what
fake neo-Nazi.
He's not even really he's not even a neo-Nazi. I mean, he's not even a white nationalist.
He's a fake.
He's into Napoleonism or whatever you call it.
He's a white nationalist, but then he's changed his ideology. He was.
No.
Yeah, no, he was a white nationalist, but he's now changed. He's now like a Napoleonist or whatever. He basically is embracing like Napoleon Bonaparte philosophy, where it's like instead of just being the ethno-state, it's like Western civilization has to basically in a sense conquer or like has to what's the word? Basically fight off like the growing like destruction. So it's not just ethno.
If the white world conquered the rest of the world, we could force the Negroes and the Jews and the Asians to all stay in their own places.
Well, I love you too.
I don't know about that.
This is Jack, everybody.
Yeah, if Captain Cummings gets banned from YouTube because of this, then it's like he's gonna go after all of us.
This is why I'm glad this was on somebody else's stream and not mine. I mean, I'm fine with Jack coming on.
Your thing is I got bigger balls than you, Corrupt.
You know what? That's fine, bro.
Smaller audience. It's easy.
That is true. That's true. When you have a small audience, YouTube's not gunning for you and stuff,
Yeah, when you have a smaller audience, you can say basically whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah, I mean, and then when you get popular enough to trigger SJWs, they then start mass flagging all your old videos. Because that's what happened with Turd Flinging Monkey is that some feminist basically was constantly flagging his older videos, so he had to like private them. So yeah. It's like the whole Christy Winters stalking where she like is stalking him over like because she's like obsessed with him and Bearing.
I'm gonna go crash. I'll see you guys later.
You gotta go crash?
Yeah, I'm starting to feel worse. I'm sorry. My bad.
Are you
sick?
Ill?
I'll mourn your funeral.
Wait.
I thought Negroes were supposed to be superior physical specimens.
Yeah, well, since we do black people get sick, Corrupt?
I've never heard of such a thing.
You've never heard of such a thing? Well, you know what? There are first things for everything.
I don't think that's true.
You don't think that's true? Then why am I sick, Jack?
What?
Why am I sick then, Jack?
You're not. You're lying.
I'm lying.
Like a typical black person.
Really?
Oh my god!
Are you just gonna sit here and let your dad be insulted like that?
I think he's playing.
Is an autistic faggot, and he has no talk.
Ouch! That's a burn.
All right, I'm gonna head out, Billy. I'll see you later, man. This is fun, bro.
Take your medicine, drink some tomato soup, the usual, and
this was fun though, Billy. I enjoyed your hangout, man.
Yeah, thanks. See ya.
Later. If you guys are still doing it, I'll try and come back on if I'm feeling better.
Probably not. We'll probably be done in like maybe at the most 30 minutes or less stuff.
Alright.
Yeah.
I can probably hang out for 30 more minutes so if you're gonna do it.
Okay, sure. That's cool. But yeah, so racks and stuff. So did you know like when all these vertical titles are expected to come out and stuff?
Wait, who are you? Who is Rax?
Rax has been talking for the past 20 minutes, Jack.
I don't care. Who is it?
I think you're Rax, actually.
He's the...
Is he the pickle guy?
Pickle guy. I'm not
Rax is the guy with this.
Do you know who Tim is?
Tim?
Oh,
No,
anime tank Tim.
Not the tank. No, he's not Tank Tim.
I don't know what you're talking
None of
about.
this answers my question.
Yeah, no.
You know what?
He's not on Nerd's Discord.
Just assume I'm whoever you want me to be.
Are you a Comicsgate person or something?
That happens to be so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That explains why I don't know who you are.
Yeah. That's all right.
Oh, good. Ouch. Okay. So, but you say you did or you didn't know when these books are expected to come out, right?
I think they start coming out in October. Like the first one comes out in October.
Oh, that's a
Border Town.
perfect. That's a perfect month for the cringe.
I think that's like right around the time when I think West Coast Avengers comes out.
Wait, wasn't West Coast Avengers a bomb like last year because it was so cringy?
Oh yeah, they're still going.
Still going? Oh, okay.
Another third. Well, no. I mean, like
finally cut down their Avengers title because there was that whole issue after the first Avengers movie came out where like they were flooding the market with tons of Avengers books.
Oh yeah, I meant they're still going as they still plan on failing. It's like Hawkeye, Girl Hawkeye, 2 gay guys, and America Chavez.
Oh fuck me, that sounds awful.
It's disgusting.
But like, how many Avengers titles are there right now? Like, did they cut down on the amount?
I don't know. I don't think so.
They didn't. Oh, okay, because yeah, that was one thing people hated was that they had so many Avengers titles that it was just getting ridiculous. And it's like, I mean, I like the Justice League, but I don't want a bunch of Justice League titles. Maybe like, I don't know, have like three Justice League titles. Like you have 3 different Justice League teams, sure, but it's like having like 4, 5, 6 and stuff. That's just like way too.
I mean, I could have a lot as long as the stories were good, but the stories for Marvel haven't been good.
Yeah, no. See, for me, when it comes to, like, say with DC, it's like I'm fine with that max 3 Justice League titles, but if we're gonna have team books, then I want like stuff like Teen Titans, Challengers of the Unknown, Doom Patrol, the other team books as well, not just like a whole lot of Justice League.
Yeah, it's not I'm worried about these comics. I think they're going to drive me insane.
Then just quit them and find some better comics.
I can't do it. I'm too intrigued.
Okay. Well,
I like Cringe, man. It's some good shit.
This is why I ordered Pinocchio Vampire Slayer, because it was a comic book that I liked and it's a very enjoyable read.
You should embrace the cringe with us, Billy.
No, I can't afford it. No, I'm working a minimum wage job. I can't afford to embrace the cringe. It's wasted money. I don't have leftovers to buy magic cards.
Well, I can take cringe if it takes itself seriously, but when I'm reading that Super Freaks comic, it didn't even take itself seriously, and it hurt me.
Wait. You prefer cringe when it takes itself seriously? I thought it's normally people
I at least like
cringe when it don't take it seriously.
I can at least appreciate the effort.
Oh,
you like it when it's cringy, but at least they put some effort and care.
You mean a medal for trying? You mean like a medal for trying?
If it's bad, and at least I know that they put their shitty ideas out in full force, then fine.
Like they cared.
Yeah, but if they're just like, I'm gonna throw something on a page and walk away, and the rest of itself, I'm gonna be pissed off. There's a part in Super Freaks where the villain switches sides because they find out that the alien that got hit by a bus was his girlfriend. So the guy who had been harassing the city for like 60-something years instantly just became their friend. And then their plan to make everybody like him was to steal a movie screen and then play the video of his girlfriend getting hit by a bus so they feel bad for him. And he was talking about how crazy that their plan was and if it was outrageous. He didn't think it was going to work. And I got really angry. Like, I legitimately got pissed. Like, this dude who's been wanting to blow up the city for 60 years is like, man, this is flipping outrageously wild what you're doing. I just got mad. I yelled very quietly It was just aggression at a silent level, and I had to stand up and walk away for a few minutes.
So it's basically how Jack normally talks. Like,
so Rax, okay, so Rax, for you, so when it comes to a joke character, what kind of joke characters do you like? Do you have a specific style?
I don't think I have a specific style. I think as long as they're funny in whatever they're doing.
Okay, like, do you think Deadpool is overused and not funny anymore?
I don't think Deadpool is very funny.
Okay, I mean, so would you like, so you like characters like Batmite or Ambush Bug?
So I think when it comes to movies, probably the most consistently funny superhero character is Drax. I think Drax is pretty funny, but I don't know. I don't know if I find a lot of superhero characters consistently funny. I don't know much about Batmite though.
So what you're saying is, so basically for you, Drax is essentially like, you know, I mean, do you ever watch Star Trek?
No.
Oh, okay, you never watch like Next Generation or Deep Space Nine?
No, I haven't.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, you know about Klingons, right? They're like the guys with the ridged heads, those like big heads and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it seems like Drax is his humor is kind of similar to Klingon humor, where it's kind of like the humor in Star Trek with Klingons is the fact that how different and more, I don't know, warrior-esque their culture is compared to humans in the show. Like, basically, like, one character calls a Klingon character cute, and he, like, looks at her and says, that's not our language. Okay, and he says, how about honorable? That's better and stuff, you know? It's like that, basically, where it's like a cultural thing. Yeah, like, that's how like they do the humor. Yeah,
it really just depends on what it's in, of whether I find them humorous. Like they could be making jokes, or they could be like being trollish, or like also who they talk to. Like I really like someone I instantly thought of as Gimli from Lord of the Rings. I really like his comedic stylings with Legolas. Like it really depends.
Oh yeah, I mean that's good banter and stuff. I mean, yeah, because I mean I do find like I enjoy offensive humor and stuff, but like, you know, I'm not like end all be all when it comes to potty humor, where it's kind of like, you know, a person saying the F word or like saying shit constantly and stuff. Like I like there to be a joke and for there to be like a funny payoff and stuff rather than just someone cursing constantly.
Yeah, I don't like overly forced humor. I don't find Joss Whedon very funny.
Yeah, I mean, it's initially funny, but after a while, it just like, you know, it's like it's kind of a crutch basically, where it's like he constantly has the need to make jokes and stuff, and it's like that's not really clever writing. That's just cheap.
And his jokes are like 90% of the time people arguing with Iron Man.
Yeah,
I just don't find his humor funny. I blame him for ruining Justice League.
Yeah, that's kind of true. And then
I blame him. I hate him.
Yeah, but the thing about Batmite's interesting because his whole character as a joke character, his whole thing is that he is from like the fifth dimension, like another dimension, and he is essentially like a uber Batman fanboy. So he's literally kind of meant as a joke on like, you know, that really extreme and obsessed fan of different characters from comic books. So that's kind of his whole deal. He's a huge Batman fan, and he kind of like tends to like invade Batman stories, like pull off some crazy antics.
I've seen a couple of the fifth dimensional guys. Yeah, I think
Mr. Mitchell like is the main one.
I know him, and I know Larry. I think they're all pretty funny.
Wait, which one is Larry?
That's the one that was in Teen Titans. That was a huge fan of Dick Grayson.
Oh, I don't remember that. Okay, I have to check that out. Because I know that there's like an Aquaman one, like a guy who's like a sea character. But yeah, the main ones are Batman and Mr. Mitchell still. Like I lost the comic book, but I had like World's Funniest comic books where the two of them get into like a fight, which is pretty crazy.
I'm excited. I'm waiting for this Aquaman trailer to come out. It's supposed to be soon. I got a lot of hope for this movie.
Well, here's some other good news. Apparently, E3 is going to be might be releasing footage for their Superman game from Rocksteady. So apparently, they've been developing a Superman game. It's apparently going to be like 3 times larger than the map of Arkham Knight. Just a
Did any of you ever play the Superman Returns video game?
I did not.
I played a bit of it.
I played it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, they had good flying mechanics. Like that's the thing. Is just the rest of the
It
game
was fun
okay, but
because
the
it
flying was
used,
good.
as opposed to a normal health bar for Superman, it used damage to civilians and buildings as your health bar. So if the enemy's damaged or killed too many civilians, then
you're
you would
done.
lose.
You failed as Superman. You are not
Yeah.
Superman.
I thought that was a clever way of doing it.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it could. I think it definitely could work. You know, you just have to like pick the right villains, and some people were brainstorming ideas on forums on how to do a good Superman game.
Who is making it now?
Rocksteady, the people who made Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knight, and Arkham City.
No,
I believe in that. With those games.
I don't know about you guys, but I kind of am thinking it's kind of about time that they kind of reached out to other superheroes. I mean, it is Superman, but it's at least it's not Batman.
Batman. Well, I mean, I'm actually glad because I at least want to see. I just want them to make another Superman game after such a long time and see how it goes, and then I hope they start branching out to other characters like like they could do Wonder Woman, which is something
could do.
That can be like God of War.
I would love a Blue Beetle game.
That's not DC, but
it doesn't matter.
I'd like to see a Batmite game. That'd be kind of funny, where it's like
that's
just
stupid.
going around. Yeah, it'd be funny. It'd be awesome.
Maybe a mobile game.
What about a game where you're just banging and all you do is you break people's spines?
Where you bang? Oh, that's
what
funny.
I like.
You know what else would be really cool is if they do like they also could be cool if they did like a turn-based role-playing game featuring the DC universe.
Turn-based role-playing games are dead, you fucking moron.
That's bad. The longer the battle goes, the closer Batman is to winning.
Yeah, no, that would be great, dude. It would be awesome. So it's like it's like with those like JRPGs where you have a different party. Like say you have a party of 5 members, and you basically have to set up the attacks, and you can do combos and stuff. That'd be awesome. Like like an ultimate combo for Superman would be like he like sends someone up into space and then knocks them back down. So you have like cinematic ability attacks.
Like Injustice.
Yeah, basically like that. Just instead of it being a fighting game, it's like a role playing game. That'd be awesome.
Are they going to make another Injustice video game?
They have a second one.
Didn't the second one just come out like
it's
6 months ago?
No, it's like a year ago, but I'll buy another one. I like them. I think they're fun.
They'll probably keep going. I mean, it depends on how. It depends on if NetherRealm wants to make another one. I mean, it's really good.
Who do you think should be the crossover, like the guest characters in the next one? Just give me some guesses.
It would have to be. Well, does that mean NetherRealm, or could it be other like characters from different series?
Anybody that's done a crossover with DC. Actually, you know what?
Ninja Turtles are already in. Yeah, we're already in Marvel's Injustice 2, so that's.
Well, luckily they did a crossover with Elmer Fudd, so throw Elmer Fudd in there.
Oh yeah, they could throw in the Looney Tunes. That would be funny as heck.
Just Elmer Fudd.
Martian Manhunter versus the Martian.
The Martian
from
they'd become friends. Yeah. Wait a minute.
The Martian.
Actually, hang on. One's green and one's black.
Oh yeah, and then they could also add in Hong Kong Phooey, like the Hanna-Barbera crossover, just without the SJW inserted politics.
Can I get my Power Rangers crossover?
Maybe.
Did you watch the new Power Rangers movie?
I did. I enjoyed it.
You did enjoy it.
I did enjoy it.
But like I said, with a turn-based RPG and stuff, like you could I don't know. It just seems like you wouldn't have to worry about the whole,
turn-based RPGs are dead. What don't you understand about that?
Oh no way! Did you play Did you play the Bravely games?
Japan will refuses to let turn-based RPGs die. Like,
that
as long as Japan exists, there will never be into turn-based RPGs. Like Pokemon is a turn-based RPG, so yeah.
Pokemon just does the same thing. Actually, the last game did different shit.
The Japs don't know how to make video games.
I don't know, man. They make a lot of good games.
No.
I think you're not in Bizarro World, Jack. Unfortunately.
Not in what? What?
Bizarre World, backwards
Bizarre
world.
World?
Yeah, backwards world. You know, everything's reversed. Where like the Japanese can't make video games.
Their games suck.
Hey man, speaking of Japan, are you watching any anime right now? Or no? Yes or no?
Jack, are you watching anime?
It's for everybody.
That question was directed at me.
Questions for everybody.
I don't watch anime.
Not at the moment.
Anime is for weeps.
Did you see Yellow Flash getting
gassed?
Did you see Yellow Flash getting mad in the stream yesterday?
No, which stream? I didn't see a stream.
It was in that Umbrella Guy stream that's still up. I was just making fun of his Dragon Ball fanboyism.
Oh wait, I thought you liked Dragon Ball, Rax.
I don't like current Dragon Ball, but they're doing this Dragon Ball Heroes series, and I'm excited for that because it actually.
Dragon Ball Super,
Dragon Ball Z movie.
I hate Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball Super is such garbage.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Super. I don't find it interesting on Dragon Ball.
Which movie?
He's talking about the Dragon Ball
live action movie.
It wasn't it was garbage. It wasn't the worst live adaptation I've seen. That still belongs to The Last Airbender.
I saw Last Airbender. It's bad, but Dragon Ball Evolution was worse. I mean, literally, it's like Goku. That's not even. There's no similarities between them. It's like Goku's like, this very.
They are, but the thing that made it less cringy is they did their own original plot. They tried to do The Last Airbender, 20 episodes compressed into an hour and a half.
Yeah, but at least they were.
They just made all this. No, they had a. So hang on. The other guys decided they were going to do their own thing, and that was shitty. All they had to do.
Why call it Dragon Ball?
All they had to do for The Last Airbender was watch one season of a TV show and do side by side adaptations, and they failed at that. That scene where it's like 8 people move a person-sized rock at like 2 miles an hour. It was one of the most cringy scenes I've ever seen in a movie because it was just dumb.
Yeah, I mean, I get that. I mean, again, I'm not. Yeah, The Last Airbender was a terrible film, but it's just like Evolution was worse because it's like
Evolution.
You can't call it a Dragon Ball.
Evolution isn't real.
They called the Kamehameha wave an airbending technique.
Oh, you're talking
that
about
was dumb. But the thing about Dragon Ball Evolution is Dragon Ball only came back because Evolution was so bad. So it's the most important thing to ever happen to the fan base.
Wait, really? You mean Dragon Ball Super? Wait,
that's why Battle of the Gods exists, is because Akira Toriyama got pissed off and came out of retirement because he didn't want people to think that's what Dragon Ball was.
Okay, that's pretty funny.
The Last Airbender, though, just garbage.
Okay. Yeah, I mean it's garbage. Yeah, but like I said, it's just. But yeah, I agree. I'm not a fan of Super either. I just have no interest in watching it. But yeah, Dragon Ball Heroes. If that's becoming a series, then I am.
There's a trailer online. It's on YouTube.
Well, it's like I said in our last stream. The last stream we did together. It's like, yeah, Dragon Ball. Like, if Dragon Ball Super was Dragon Ball Z Multiverse, then that would have been perfection right there. Because that's a sequel series I want. Yeah.
If you want to immediately salt up Yellow Flash, tell him that Super Saiyan 4 is better than Ultra Instinct. He went on like a 3-minute rant when I did it to him of just like telling me I was wrong.
Okay, you have to give me the link in the Discord because I want to watch this.
They have it's someone. So minutes.
It's the first 2 minutes.
It was in the first, like immediately as it starts, he's getting ready. I sent in a super chat and told him that. He's like, "You're wrong, and started like smashing up his soundboard.
Okay,
it was pretty funny.
So he So you made a super chat saying like what Super wasn't that good?
No, I just told him that Super Saiyan 4 was way cooler than Ultra Instinct.
Isn't Ultra Instinct just Goku with black hair? It's like Super Saiyan hair with
it's like he's got like silver hair.
Oh,
but those ones are so lame and lazy.
I know, it's like they're recolored. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, they're like, it's like all these transformations aside from even Super Saiyan God, the original, it's like it's literally just him with red hair, and then the others are just like Super Saiyan with recolor. It's like a recolored Super Saiyan, like a Photoshop.
I think he deleted the live stream. No.
Wait, he deleted it?
I think so. Aw. Wait.
Wait. Wasn't it Umbrella Guy or was it Yellow Flash?
Damn it.
I thought he deleted all of his streams though.
Yellow Flash does, and actually, yeah, I think you're right about.
Are you going to delete this stream?
No, I'm not.
You should.
No.
Why should he delete the stream, Jack?
Because
it's terrible.
No,
you
it's
think
not.
everything is terrible, Jack?
I don't think that's true.
Wait.
It's terrible that Jack.
Oh, wait. Was this stream on Yellow Flash's channel, or was it like Umbrella Guys?
I was on that Umbrella Guys stream.
What, and that Umbrella Guy deleted it?
I think so.
Why would he delete it?
I don't know. But what's really cool though about Heroes is they're having that stupid Super Saiyan Blue God shit fight.
Did you watch the TV show Heroes?
Yeah, I did. I didn't watch the new one though. I don't think it was.
That was a new show, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't that good. I heard it was terrible. It was pretty bad.
That was upsetting because the show was pretty entertaining. Fairly entertaining.
Season one was perfection, but it just went downhill after there. So it's like season one was perfect.
They fucked up like halfway in really bad. They nerfed Peter Petrelli, and then Sylar got even more powerful. So then he was just an unstoppable monster.
Yeah. Like they focused it around Sylar too much, like way too much.
Yeah,
it was the focus of everything.
Yeah, it was like in season one. Yeah, again, he's like this mysterious villain who you don't know who he is first, and you find out. It's like they could have moved on without him, but it's like he just kept being focused in so many different in all the rest of the season.
Yeah, like they wouldn't move on to different villains, and if they did bring up another villain, that villain would just die really quickly or be removed.
I know. It's like, yeah, and then I hated season 4 because it's essentially they went with the whole trope that government finds out about them, so now everyone's being rounded up and captured and stuff. It's like that just felt
Civil War
right there. Yeah,
Civil War.
I think that predates doesn't it predate Civil War actually?
Yeah,
it did. Okay, yeah.
Civil. Yeah. Are you ready to watch? Are you ready to watch Captain Marvel?
No, it looks like it's going to be hot garbage.
People don't believe me when I tell them how bad Captain Marvel is when I see him at work.
Wait,
I think Captain Marvel is going to be a great movie.
Shut your mouth! How dare you? It's going to be so bad.
I love that actress.
I mean, she's like, it's like she doesn't even look that hot and stuff. Like she has like
she looks uncomfortable, like she shit herself whenever she whenever I see a face picture of her.
Yeah,
wasn't she in that movie about lesbians or something?
I think she's in Scott Pilgrim.
Oh,
so yeah. I don't think it's going to be good. I hope Shazam's good, though. I like Shazam.
Now that looks terrible.
So I looked it up, and it looks like Heroes season 4 basically premiered in 2009, so that was after Civil War. So they probably just stole a bit from that.
I thought you were talking about the movie, but yeah.
No, I was talking about Heroes. I was talking about how season 4 of Heroes kind of reminded me a bit of kind of. Just kind of felt cliche, like it's something you'd see in Civil War or something like that. Well, maybe not Civil War exactly, but the whole. Book. Yeah, it is a comic book.
Why don't you like comic books?
He hates cape shit.
What?
You know what I'm about? I gotta read that.
I haven't read comic books in 10 years.
I gotta read that.
Jack hates cape shit. Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
That's not true.
You don't hate cape shit, Jack?
What cape do you, what
I
cape
like superheroes.
What superheroes do you like? Superhero?
I like all of them.
The racist ones?
What are the racist ones?
There's gotta be some obscure racist superhero.
Black Panther is actually racist.
Like that, man. Yeah, you should like Black Panther. Yeah, he is like an ethno-nationalist.
He is.
He knows
I do like that. I do like Wakanda. Let all the Negroes do Wakanda.
They know the way because they know the way. No.
It's the reason why Wakanda, anti-Semite and also a Zionist.
The reason why Wakanda doesn't
all the Jews in Israel.
See, the reason why Wakanda, wouldn't have all the other Africans come in when whites were colonizing is because they knew that it would turn their kingdom into a shithole by opening the borders to other Africans.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah, so even Wakandas were woke on the realities of mass immigration because that is not their way.
I mean, look what happened. Look what's happening to Europe. Of course, it sucks.
Because Europe has lost the way. They do
a
not know the way.
utopian paradise.
Don't you agree, Corrupt? Europe does not know the way?
I
Yes.
will never say that meme ever.
What?
Europe does not know the way of Wakanda.
Wait, what name, Rax?
I will never do that Knuckles meme.
Why not? What's wrong with you know the way?
It annoyed me so much. Why did you guys have to scare off Captain Cummings?
I don't know because Captain Cummings.
Because Billy likes hearing Jack say racist shit, and it is funny, but you know.
Captain Cummings is too high profile.
Yeah,
to listen to you saying racist crap.
He joined for 30 seconds and then left. I was like, oh shit.
Maybe he was drinking.
Yeah, because we steered the conversation into genocide to white nationalism.
Nobody said anything about genocide.
I'm sorry, white nationalism and ethnicity.
Corrupt.
I don't advocate violence against anyone.
Corrupt. Don't be an SJW. White nationalism.
Why can't you get
genocide?
You might as well get Cecil in here then. Come on.
No, I hate that guy.
Oh fuck you.
What? Cecil reminds me of he sounds like a Hollywood actor.
Why do you tell them why you hate Cecil? I mean, Jack.
That sounds like a faggot.
He sounds like a faggot.
Wait. You hate Cecil, but you like Nurkish?
Yes.
Okay, Nurkish sounds effeminate too. You know, Nurkish sounds effeminate too, right?
I didn't say effeminate. I said like a faggot.
Wait, what? Wait, what did you say, Corrupt?
I said Nurkish sounds like he was circumcised or something. Like, Jesus Christ.
Do you mean
like he was castrated or some shit? Yeah.
Oh, because doesn't Nurkish sound like, you know, I don't know. Is he straight?
Being circumcised doesn't make you sound different. It just makes you a Jew.
Yeah, my fault. He sounds like he was castrated. My fault, Jack. Yeah.
He sounds like a kike.
Wow. Okay. But wait. I mean, do we know if Nurkish is even straight? Even
Nurkish has a wife and kids, so I'm assuming.
How do you know he says it? How do you know that? I mean, he says it, but had they even appeared? Because like with DNC, he like had his daughter appear, like mention, like say something on one of his videos and stuff. And I know people were joking, saying like,
"What is this chat turning into that you're questioning Nurkish's sexuality?"
We're talking about like ethno states.
Because we're trying because I'm
nationalism. Who knows?
Because I'm trying to point out a flaw in Jack's logic. That's why.
There is no flaw in my logic.
Jack's logic is flawless, apparently.
Are you HAL 9000's brother, Jack?
No.
Are you Jack 3000?
No.
No? Okay.
My profile picture is a joke about that, though.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the little light that says, and they say hello Hal, but then it's with jackets. Hello, insert racist slur for your ethnicity here.
That's funny. But
I don't think that's
Rax,
true.
so
you don't think that's true?
Rax, what is your channel called?
Rex the Hero.
Okay.
Rax the Hero.
So you got a new subscriber, Rex. There you go.
Wow. I was about to kill myself.
I know, right?
1 subscriber.
I know, right? Like, and you got this fucking right bastard here.
Anyway.
Wait a second. It doesn't say I got a new subscriber, so I have to go through with the suicide now that I made it public.
That's okay. No. You should live stream it. You'll get many subscribers.
Yeah, the last moments.
Yeah, so that was pretty funny. That's pretty funny, Rax. How like apparently like so Yo Flash just hated the fact that you basically thought you like Super Saiyan 4 better.
Oh, I will 100% argue that Super Saiyan 4 is infinitely cooler than anything.
Oh, I mean, I agree. I mean, I agree and stuff. I like Super Saiyan 4 compared to the new transformations, but it's like it's kind of strange because we got into his Dragon Ball discussion when I had him on one of my streams, and that's weird. He seemed kind of civil when we kind of discussed about. I mean, I kind of voiced criticisms about Dragon Ball Super.
I can't stand Dragon Ball Super. It's so
I know.
lazy.
Well, I mean, I know Walt likes Dragon Ball Super, and I kind of got into disagree with them about that as well. But yeah,
yeah.
But it's like what broke his soundboard because like
No, he just kept like tapping all his soundboard buttons. He didn't break shit. He kept
tapping what?
He just kept tapping like the Donald Trump wrong button like 20 times.
What's the Donald Trump wrong
So
button?
he has a soundboard, so he has a bunch of
he has a soundboard.
Yeah, so just kept having Donald Trump like wrong, you're wrong for like 2 straight minutes.
Okay. And what did Umbrella Guy think of all this?
That was funny. God damn it. No, I made it public. I know. It's still 86. I have to kill myself now.
What did Umbrella Guy think about like what is his opinion?
On what?
Dragon Ball Super or like
I don't, he said he's never watched Dragon Ball.
Any of the Dragon Balls or just Dragon Ball Super?
I think any of them. I think he's too intelligent for that. He's too well spoken.
Wait, is he a millennial or is he an old guy?
I don't know.
He's
I know like
I think he's only.
I know diversity in comics because I know like diversity in comics. I never watched. I never heard.
I think he might be an older millennial. Like he mostly likes like horror anime and shit. I think he mostly likes horror anime.
Because the thing is, like, yeah, someone was surprised. Like, someone on Yellow Flash Discord was surprised that like diversity in comics had never watched Dragon Ball. I'm kind of like, well, he's in his 40s.
Well,
like,
yeah,
Dragon Ball is a very millennial anime, so like,
yeah, it makes sense that
shit,
it makes sense that DNC wouldn't have any real familiarity with a lot of anime because he's like older, right? So he grew up with like a lot of 80s shit.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was 80s shit for anime. It's just it wasn't as popular. Like, my dad grew up on Speed Racer. Like, my dad grew up on Speed Racer, like Speed Racer and Astro Boy. You know, because back in the 60s, it was popular. Oh yeah, I watched Speed Racer when I was younger. I watched reruns, and I thought it was
how much cocaine do you think Speed Racer did in his adulthood?
The theory is that Speed Racer might actually be a guy who was on speed. You know, his name's Speed, and he's on a drug trip.
This image of him going, gotta go fast, and just snorting, and then gotta go fast, and just snorting.
It's my favorite. Yeah. It's my new favorite story.
But yeah, it's just I don't know. That's just a funny thing is because apparently like DNC doesn't read books anymore. He just like
all he does is go on Twitter.
He just reads comic books apparently. It's like, dude, you should read more books and stuff because it's like that's like more healthy for you to read literature. I mean, I like reading comic books, but I'm also reading. I try to at least read, novels as well.
So this is where you've already messed up. He doesn't read books. He occasionally reads a comic book. All he does is read Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, it's like he's trying to. I mean, not just he's trying to write. He's trying to make a comic book, and it's kind of like reading more can be really helpful to writing and stuff. If you're just
the thing about when you review a lot of comics too is that like when you review a lot of comics and not just like specific ones, what you read is going to heavily be skewed towards comic books and shit because you got to constantly review shit for like different. You got to constantly read different books to review them. So yeah, but you eventually have to take a break because you can't just keep pushing out content and reviewing that shit all like that. That gets to you after a bit.
Well, I mean, it depends because I mean the best thing to do is just kind of branch out a bit and do multiple things. Like Angry Video Game Nerd has been doing these video game reviews for years, and he does pretty good, but he also does tend to branch out a bit in the process with other content. And it looks like we lost Corrupt. Sorry, Corrupt. No need to rage quit.
Billy,
how unfortunate.
What why do you use a voice changer?
Because I prefer using it sometimes. Like
You what?
Hang on. I've been wondering that for a while. Now, do you have multiple different voices to change into? Can you do like Bill Murray?
I have a high pitched voice changer. Like I could change it to.
No, that's just your natural voice.
Okay,
Is there one that turns into a sassy black woman that don't need no man?
That's also just his natural voice.
How do I sound right now?
You sound like yourself.
Kind of sound like Nurkish.
What are you talking about? Don't I sound high pitched or something?
Like, do your best Nurkish impersonation right now.
Hello, Richard. Richard?
That's terrible.
That was pretty bad.
Well, don't I sound like a high pitched, like...
You sound like yourself.
Well, don't I sound like a chipmunk, right?
You've been doxxed.
You sound like yourself. I don't know what the problem is.
Okay, I guess I sound deep right now, right?
It's the same, actually.
What? No, I switched the effect. I sound like a deep male voice.
Are you sure?
You sound like a typical Negro.
Oh.
I don't know about that.
Okay. Oh dear. Oh well. It doesn't.
Wait. Time out. What's wrong with sounding like a Negro there?
Nothing
Everything.
wrong. Wait, you're back up? What happened? Okay.
The cops came. He had to run.
Jesus.
That's the quickest way to get shot corrupt.
I thought you got shot no matter what you did.
It depends on how threatening you look.
Or if you sound like that.
but Rax.
Yes.
So you didn't get booted from the live stream, right? After like that super chat?
No, of course not.
So have you actually had a discussion with him in person about like Dragon Ball Super, like how you don't like it?
No, not yet. Eventually, I think what'll happen, but I gotta try and tone back my nerd rage.
That's something else was like. There's a guy. I mean, do you ever watch Swaikage? Swaikage did like the Naruto videos. We also did Dragon Ball videos before he moved over to Naruto.
No, I don't know who that is. Keep going though.
He's like a top. Like how some people like to do like lore videos, character explanation, and breakdown videos.
Yeah.
You know, for series. He's like basically like one of the main guys for Naruto. Like I think he's either the most popular one or one of the most popular ones for Naruto. But he did a Dragon Ball series where he called like Dragon Ballology or Dragon Ballology, whatever you want to call it. And he did 2 videos. I know he did like 4 videos, I think, on why he doesn't like Super, like Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah.
And in one of the videos, he mentions how he liked Dragon Ball's GT better, I think. Or was it him, or maybe it was someone else? But someone I remember talked about how they thought Dragon Ball GT felt more like a Dragon Ball series compared to like Dragon Ball Super.
Yeah, Super's dumb. I don't like Super, and I will go through all
Dragon Ball GT.
There's no point.
Dragon Ball G.
There's no point to Super. They're just doing the same thing. They did so far. They've done 2 tournaments and a time travel arc. Wow, it's not like they did that in the original. They can't think of anything new.
Yeah, it's like I know.
And the first arc of Heroes is like, hey, we're going to a prison planet to make sure these guys don't bust out.
Wait, is Heroes out or no?
Comes out in like 3 weeks.
Oh, sweet. Where do you go to watch it? Because I want to watch it.
I don't know. There's just the trailers right now. I just watched the trailer on YouTube.
Find where to watch it. Link me to it because I want to check it out.
Well, it'll be on like Crunchyroll and shit. And any serious websites. Any of the.
It's kind of funny that they turned it into a series because initially people thought that people were posting Dragon Ball Z Heroes like it was like called Dragon Ball Z Roshi or something like that, which was like another series. But it turned out just to be a bunch of video games, so it's kind of cool that they're finally making a series because a lot of people were actually wanting them to turn it into a series.
Well, the guys who do the super anime suck because they don't actually plan out things. There's so many inconsistencies. These guys are going to have set stuff for Heroes, and I think it'll be much better.
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
They have all these interesting new designs.
Get well soon, corrupt.
All right, thanks, man. Later, Billy. Later, everybody.
Bye.
Wait, did you die, Jack?
Well, no, I said bye, but both.
No, I think Jack said die. Did you say die, Jack?
Really?
Wait, what did you say, Jack?
What?
Did you say
Jack,
die?
what did you say?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Jack, you're fucking hilarious.
Okay, see you, Corrupt.
Hope you have a nice day. Yeah, but I think one of the things that will really help with heroes is they have all these villains that were made to be the big bads of the video games that they're all going to definitely feel much different than
here's my thing
now.
Here's my thing. If they put Broly in the game and he goes Super Saiyan, freaking 4 and stuff, then that's an immediate success. Because I know some people hate the Broly train, but I am all for having Broly go through all those crazy transformations. Because they gave him Super Saiyan 3 and then they gave him Super Saiyan 4. Again, I'm all for that. And then I like the main characters for Dragon Ball Heroes, where you have the main hero, then the main female hero, and you have the two types of other types.
Are there any tranny heroes?
No, stop! Don't answer that.
No.
I think.
And I mean, I hope they have a Frieza hero because, the idea of having a Frieza race hero just sounds awesome. And then you also have a Namekian hero and also the android heroes, and so I just think the concepts just sounds really, really cool. Oh yeah, the magic heroes. I like
the fact that they're doing what if characters is fantastic, because Bardock is probably the coolest character in Dragon Ball.
Oh yeah, no, when it comes to material, Bardock and Broly are when it comes to video games, Bardock and Broly I think are their most bankable characters from movies and stuff.
Broly, I think, is the perfect Dragon Ball villain because he has his backstory. It's 2 sentences. He's such a badass that he's super entertaining.
Well,
but Bardock, though, Bardock's just a badass in all aspects.
Oh yeah, but what's also cool with Broly is the fact that given how he's been interpreted, at least in all these media, is he gets stronger. He can actually scale with Goku, Vegeta, and the rest. So it's not he's one and done. He can actually come back and still keep up with them. So I think he actually makes a really good reoccurring villain. And he has such a huge fan following that it just seems like it would be super smart for them to do that, because then the ratings are just going to go through the roof because his fan base is insanely big.
Yeah, Broly is probably the most well-received villain in Dragon Ball. And if
in terms of the movies, I think. Is he as well received as Frieza?
Well, Frieza's pretty well received, but
yeah, Frieza's pretty big. So Cell.
Broly is the only person that people will be annoyed if you bring up that they're not canon. And Broly is one of the only characters you instantly just.
Oh yeah, did you hear about that? Yeah, you heard about the whole rumors that people were thinking that Broly was going to be canon in Super. But then you got teased, and they gave you a female Broly for some reason.
That stupid girl Broly. It's lame.
Yeah, it's what is the, what? It's it's
just sad. They needed more female characters apparently. It's fine.
In the video games like Dragon Ball Heroes, you had female Super Saiyans, so it's kind of the appeal to that was finally have a female Super Saiyan because they've only ever appeared in the video games before then.
I want the truffles to come back from GT. I like the truffles. I like the truffles. I thought they were cool.
Wait, what was the truffle?
Those were the living robot people that were
You mean that lived with the Saiyans?
No. They were that machine planet where where Baby and Super 17 came from.
Yes, wasn't that also? Yeah, wasn't that where the Saiyans originated or something?
No, it's a different planet. Actually, I changed my answer. I changed my answer.
Those were different. Oh, okay, those were okay. So the race that basically coexisted with the Saiyans that, according to Vegeta, were treated them like second-class citizens and slaves, were not the Truffles. I
might be mistaken.
Hi, Dalton.
Also, I want to change my answer. It's Omega Shenron is the perfect Dragon Ball villain because he only exists from others. He only Well, Broly, I think, is more entertaining, but in terms of why he exists, I think the fact that he was this powerful villain that only exists because of all their stupid, dumbass wishes, and that's why he's so powerful. He's filled with he's pretty much powered by their dumbass mistakes.
That is interesting.
Plus, I like having when he had all the Dragon Balls in his chest. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, that is cool. Well, oh, hey, Dalton.
Hey.
Yeah, how's it going?
It's going okay.
Yeah, we were just discussing Dragon Ball, because like Rax doesn't like Dragon Ball Super, and I was not really interested in Dragon Ball Super either, just because.
Are you using a voice modifier?
Yeah, I'm using a voice modifier.
No, he hit puberty.
No, no, I'm using a voice modifier because I have Clownfish on my computer, so that allows me to change my voice.
I told you should have been a sassy black woman that don't need man.
Yeah, my voice modifier doesn't do that.
Well, there's an open market for it then.
That's pretty funny. But I mean, I don't know. The thing about, it's like, yeah, like Dragon Ball GT, I definitely think felt more like a Dragon Ball series than Super. And it's like, what did you think of Super 17? Was that did you like that him as a villain, or was that kind of?
He was pretty cool. I liked him. I thought he was interesting. The thing about Super feels like a fan fiction.
Yeah, I do.
The only thing they do in Super is they're like, hey, more power levels. Hey, guess what? This guy's a higher power level than that guy you saw 30 seconds ago. And there's not even like interesting villains anymore. They're boring.
The one interesting
power levels.
The one interesting
like found where you live. I'll send a letter to your parents.
Yeah, I live close to a hospital, so that's why.
Like what's his face? The thing about it is, oh God, I got distracted. What was I saying? Yeah. So it literally feels like somebody watched the 2 death battles where Goku loses to Superman, got mad, and then made Dragon Ball Super.
Oh yeah, that's what I thought. It's so funny how like when the death battle hit with Goku versus Superman, then it's like a year later was a year or 2 later, basically DBZ Super Battle of Gods came out, and then Goku gets another transformation.
Yeah, and then a movie later, he got another one.
I don't fully understand how exactly Goku lost to Superman, considering all the chi-based powers he has.
Well, chi isn't magic. Goku's.
Yeah, in the context.
It is.
It's life. It's life energy. It's not magic.
Okay. In the context,
you just said the definition of magic is not magic.
Okay.
I'm saying chi and magic are 2 different things in Dragon Ball.
In Dragon Ball, yeah. In Dragon Ball,
in Dragon Ball, maybe, but yeah.
We're going by the Dragon Ball world. It's not magic, so it's not a magic.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, yeah, in Dragon Ball, yeah, chi and magic are considered 2 different things because that's how the series was made and stuff. So Death Battle came to the conclusion that because chi wasn't magic, Goku didn't have an inherent advantage over Superman. So it was literally like who could outmuscle each other.
Superman's also so much faster than Goku. It's ridiculous.
Well, the DBZ fans have this argument that combat speed and flight speed are 2 very separate things, even though I think that the difference between combat and flight speed are not as vast as they think it is. But that was like what they're living and dying by, was that Goku had faster combat speed.
I don't agree.
I don't get that either. But yeah, that was the thing. It's just that, and people were adamant
because the thing is your brain, you'd have to be able to move and perceive at the flight speed. Otherwise, you would just miss everywhere you're going every 5 seconds.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's like
Superman would fly to a planet and then either go through it or just go right past it and be like, oh shit, I missed it by 30 light years. Hang on, let me do that over again.
What is Goku's top speed anyway?
I think at the time it was like Mach 300K or something, and Superman's was like millions of times light speed.
Yeah, it was that, but the thing is, it's hard because a lot of DB fans were adamant that their math was wrong or something like that, and that Goku was indeed faster than light early on. So there's
so many other things like Dragon Ball is like almost all of the powers from energy attacks. Their physical strength can't compete at all. Like Superman can push planets around, and that's like regular Superman. They didn't even use like They used the strongest Goku against the average Superman. They didn't even use the stronger Superman.
Well, the thing is just that the thing with Dragon Ball is it's very hard to gauge their like I don't know their ceilings and stuff because you know that they can blow up planets since like I don't know like the Frieza saga they had planet capability to blow up planets, so they got obviously strong over time. You just don't know what their I don't know. It's hard to determine what their physical strength is. Most of their attacks in Dragon Ball revolve around energy based. You know, we just know that in terms of physical strength that their biggest feats of physical strength is the fact that they can punch and kick people through mountains and stuff. You know.
Yeah, that means that his physical strength is nothing to Superman. So, punching Superman would do nothing.
But because he can tank blasts and stuff, that supposedly I mean. I don't know. It's just hard because you think that because the theory is that because Goku can.
I'm waiting for them to just say fuck it and do Ultra Instinct against like Superman Prime and shut these people up forever.
Oh, that's going to be insane. That would be crazy.
It would be like, oh, here's all these things about Goku, and then it's like, let us talk for 20 minutes how absurdly powerful Superman Prime is as a god who can warp reality.
Yeah, what I hate.
Or Superman 1 million.
That is him. That's the same guy.
It's Superman one. Yeah, but it's just that's the thing is the one thing the annoying thing was that even the ones that conceded that Superman could beat Goku, they basically then came back with saying, "Oh yeah, that's because Superman's like a dumb character who's OP," and it's like really, come on.
That is the stupidest argument ever.
I know.
Superman doesn't even win all the time. Goku's not even the strongest anime character. He can. There are Pokemon that could beat him.
Well, yeah, there could be.
Basically, any psychic type could beat.
No,
Goku.
any of the 4 God Pokemon would destroy Goku. They've all they can all create universes and.
Well, but also even a relatively powerful psychic type could fuck with Goku's shit because Goku does not do well when it comes to mental defenses.
Wait. Well, no one's really. Has anyone ever attacked him mentally? Because I know he has telepathy. Like he has
nothing there.
He has some capability of like telepathy and stuff. So he might have some defenses. Maybe
the people legitimately that think Goku can take Superman don't actually know how powerful Superman is. Well, and they also think Goku is like the strongest character in fiction for some reason.
Okay, well, the thing about Superman and Goku is Goku is not designed to fight someone like Superman because when you look at his universe doesn't really have anyone like him. Whereas Superman, his weaknesses kind of make it so he can be vulnerable to lesser power characters. Like there's a lot of characters in DC who can use magic, and then there's also a lot of characters who can have access to kryptonite and stuff. Because that always shows up somewhere. And also red sunlight is also his problem. So the thing is with Goku, he has none of those capabilities except for the power pole, which is considered a magical weapon.
He's gonna extend it in his ass, just pull it away from him, throw it on the ground. Goku doesn't even carry the power pole anymore.
Yeah, but they had to give him some, little advantage during the fight to make it entertaining.
Ridiculous.
I think honestly, you almost need to consider Chi magical in order to even out the playing field.
I mean, it's a fight to see who's stronger. You're not trying to make it fair for one side.
I mean, if they made
you don't have a UFC fight where you say, well, we're going to make sure that this is fair, so we're going to blindfold one of the guys.
Yeah, the problem is if they made Chi magic, then I think Superman would basically die, kind of, because then his defenses wouldn't save him.
You might as well then give it to pick a ridiculous Superman version. This is the Superman who could make powers up on the spot. He throws the cellophane S at him and catches Goku, and Goku dies.
What would have been a good? I mean, given these stats, what would have been a good matchup if they considered Chi magic? Then they would have had to have done Captain Marvel versus Goku, as in Shazam. That would have been an interesting fight because they would have been a little bit more even.
What was that, a cat?
Is that you, Florence?
Oh, what?
Was that you in the background? Is there a cat?
I don't have a cat.
Oh, was someone talking in the background?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my family's loud. I mean,
Okay.
as you would
That's fine.
expect from a Mexican family.
Okay. Well,
What you guys have for dinner?
well, the funny thing is, what's funny is the Goku versus Superman drew a lot of hate, but like the Kirby versus Majin Buu, that got some major hate.
The thing about that one is, as out of all of them, I knew where that one was going because I fucking love Kirby, and I knew how powerful Kirby was going into that, and I was so excited.
Yeah, I mean the logic was they said it's because Majin Buu, because he can reform, he apparently takes damage from like bullets and stuff. So it's like, oh yeah, he is.
Let me tell you where they fucked up. Because the second that Kirby eats Buu, it's over. Because Buu is now in a universe where there's just an unlimited supply of food and snacks. He's not going to get mad and break out. He's done. He's going to sit there and wander around eating. Majin Buu is mentally challenged. All he did was go around eating food. That's exactly what's going to happen when he gets eaten by Kirby.
So I'm dreading.
And Kirby, and they gave Kirby. And one of the things that also bothered me is they didn't when they brought up Hypernova Kirby, which is Kirby's like ultimate power up. They would have just had to press start and read the half paragraph about it, and they'd know that when he's in that mode, his mouth is a literal black hole. So there's nothing Majin Buu would have been able to do at that point.
Okay, well, what were you about to say, Dalton?
I'm dreading the Strange versus Fate death battle.
Oh, is that coming?
So I'm looking forward to that one. I'll tell you why. Some of the ones you can tell where they just look at Wikipedia pages and they're like, all right, get some clips from cartoons and shit. Mm-hmm. And then, but some of them they do shit tons of research. I remember the Green Arrow and Hawkeye, they did like tons of shit, and I like that one. But like now like 2/3 of the time they just look at wiki pages.
But why are you looking forward to this one?
Because if they actually do the research, they're gonna bring up tons of crazy shit, and I think it'll be fun. But if they look at wiki pages, I'm gonna cry.
I think they already basically declared a clear winner just based on how they represented each character in their little.
Who do you think's gonna win?
Let's sum up this character to introduce it to people, so they know.
I think it'll be that battle. I think it'll be Dr. Fate.
Yeah, that's where my money's going, mostly because they got at least like 5 things wrong when they were summing up Strange, but they only got like 3 things wrong when they were summing up Fates. So
okay, this is a conversation I like. Let's talk about Death Battle. Which are the ones you think are absolute trash? Which ones did you think were terrible? I think the definite most terrible one might be Gar versus Toph.
Gar versus wait.
That one was.
So Gar versus. Oh, okay. I mean,
so the reason
I didn't watch all the Last Airbender. It's just when they explained it, it kind of made sense. Like,
well, their logic made sense, but the stat difference between Gara and Toph is ridiculous. Like Kid Gara was able to like keep up with Rock Lee when he was moving faster than sound. I don't think anybody
was he able to keep up. Well, no, he was disoriented. Like, yeah, the Sam wasn't.
Yeah, once he took the gates, once he started using his inner gates, but like when he took the weights off, he could move faster than sound.
Yeah, I know.
He was still standing there without even moving his arms.
Well,
that was Kid Gara. That was when he was like 14.
Well, no. Here's the thing: is when I remember when he took off the weights, he was actually shocked, and so like he actually Lee managed to actually kick him and stuff in the face because the sand was not moving fast enough.
He caught some. He was able to hit him, but that's just because he was surprised. Then he went back to blocking all shit. That's why Rock Lee went to the gates.
He had to use the sand armor. That was the thing. He had to use the armor that covers his skin like that. That's what he had to use and stuff because like the regular sand wasn't able to protect him. That's the reason why he had like such a shocked look on his face because like the entire time his sand wasn't moving quick enough to keep up Rock Lee.
Even if you take Rock Lee way down, that was still far faster than anything that anyone in the Last Airbender too. Like Aang was having trouble dodging arrows, and this was Kid Gara, and
yeah,
Gara was also able to smother a nuke with sand. Like It's
Oh yeah.
far beyond anything Toph has ever been able to do. It was ridiculous.
Okay.
Their
I mean,
logic was fine, but the difference between their feats were.
Well, they made it seem like earthbending was like just far more versatile. Like it just seemed like it sounded like her earthburning could mess up with the sand manipulation or something.
Yeah, but I don't think that she could have enough force of trying to crush him with his own sand and the 5 gates Lee was able to put out. I don't believe that for a second.
And also, here's the thing that bugged me about that. It's well established in the library episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender that Toph fucking has massive issues with sand.
Yeah, but she got better with that in the last few episodes right before they went to war.
Well,
she made all of Ba Sing Se out of sand, like to scale. Like
okay, so fair enough, I guess.
But the level of earth control, the level of control he has over earth element to her is way stronger. Like he can control way more sand. He could pull her down into the ground. He could do much more than she was capable of. The logic of how she would be able to win was there, but only if they had the same level of stats. He was too much for her.
Mm-hmm.
And this what they used like post-war Gaara, who was able to block attacks from Mangekyo Sharingan Sasuke. Like that's too much for anyone in Last Airbender.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
And also, did they ever even touch on the whole metal bending thing? Because that might actually give her something of an advantage.
I think they mentioned it, yeah.
I think they brought it up.
Yeah, they did. I think I remember. It's just one of the main things they talked about how older Toph was so strong that she could apparently like sense the entire earth. Like she could see, like her special sense.
She could sense people around the world, but it's not like she could do any like crazy giant earthbending moves with that. Like she could barely walk at that point. She's too old. Like I don't get that. Okay. So that's one of the things that Death Battle people do that will piss me off instantly is they'll mention something that's important and then not use it at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like they brought up like a Gaara with the one-tailed sand demon, but they didn't include it at all in the fight. Like, what was the point of that? Don't even bring it up then if you're not going to fucking do anything with it.
Check out the gun.
Like what'd you guys think of like the Luke Skywalker versus Harry Potter death battle?
I don't think that what's his face Harry Potter would be able to even block a lightsaber throw. Dude's able to deflect laser beams.
Yeah, see, they showed in the death battle they made it look like basically Luke Skywalker could actually deflect like the magical bolts. I was kind of like, wait, could a lightsaber do that actually?
Couldn't he just force choke him from the start?
Well, assuming that he used something resembling the Jedi Code and he wouldn't do that, I'm fine with that.
This was to the death. Apparently, well, the thing is, they're implying is he force choked him, but because in Harry Potter, wizards can use non-verbal spells. He would attack. He would retaliate with a non-verbal.
Yeah, but at what point in Harry's timeline was this a thing? Because it's well established that students don't have very much access to verbal spells, at least not in books.
I think they were going off the fact that, because the books, like with him being an adult, I guess they were under the pretense that nonverbal spells are kind of a common thing.
Okay, so fine. But like here's my thing. I don't think that the magics of Harry Potter established very many shield spells. So, like, does he even have something that would result in the stopping of a lightsaber?
Or a Jedi mind trick.
The only thing we know is the Protego. Like, the Protego is some form of shield spell.
Well,
it just doesn't protect you from a killing curse or something. Yeah.
The Jedi mind tricks wouldn't work because of occlumency.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The thing that killed Harry Potter in the death battle was the fact that is that Luke used the Shatterpoint ability, which finds a flaw in like a person's body, and that turned out to be a scar, so he kind of ripped it open and just stabbed him with the lightsaber while he was in pain.
Oh, I think I remember that. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
What's another death battle that really bothered you?
I'll tell you what the best one was. It was the Justin Bieber versus whoever that chick's
Rebecca
name is.
Black.
Yeah.
Okay, now another one of my favorites was Terminator versus RoboCop. That was a good one. That was pretty cool.
Was the version of Luke they did in the Harry Potter versus Luke Skywalker one expanded universe Luke?
It was
Yes.
expanded universe Luke because like they mentioned Grandmaster Luke and the fact that he had his green lightsaber and like a short shoulder saber.
Okay, well then, yeah, then Harry is well and truly dead in that case.
Yeah,
I'm still salty.
Luke is OP as fuck, and it's wonderful.
I'm still salty about both their Power Ranger ones because those were terrible.
They had Power Ranger.
They did one against the Gundam, then they one against Ultron, and they were both so inaccurate. I sat here like raging.
I loved like Starscream versus Rainbow Dash. That was a good one. Stuff.
But I don't mind the silly ones as long as they actually know what they're talking about. They take
my favorite one is probably the Western philosophers versus Eastern philosophers one.
Which I don't know if I've seen that one.
That one's just fucking hilarious and amazing.
Oh, okay. I have to see that one again. Maybe I missed that. Like another good one was Deadpool versus Deathstroke was pretty funny. Like they did Deadpool pretty well with like the humor and stuff.
Yeah. It's another one.
Did they do a Deadpool versus My Little Pony one?
Yeah, Twilight Sparkle. It was another crazy one. Yeah,
I hated that one. I don't want to watch ponies.
Did Twilight win that? Because she
I think it was a tie or something like because they both apparently broke.
It was the pink one. The Twilight pony fought Raven. She fought Raven from the Titans.
Oh wait, no, it was who's the one that's crazy? Like she can break the fourth wall too.
She's the pink one. That's like
Pinkie Pie.
Pinkie Pie, yeah, that was Pinkie Pie. Yeah. You know, it was Raven versus Twilight Sparkle, and who won that one? Was that Raven, or was it Twilight Sparkle?
It was Raven.
Okay.
Which version of Raven did they go with? Did they go with one more in line with the comics, or did they go with one in line with the?
They did like composite Raven. They just did
with Death Battle, they tend to like combine like multiple.
They're super inconsistent when it comes to who they're going to use in comic book characters.
I did give them credit for admitting that they were going to go with the Kent Nielsen one of Dr. Fate rather than pulling out the other iterations of him, because if they had done anything else, it would have been a easy win for Strange.
Yeah. Well,
Kent Nielsen is the only Kent and Enza Nielsen are the only competent enough Dr. Fates to even stand.
I'm gonna look up all the death battles.
What would have well, for you, Dalton, I mean, what would have been better to use Dr. Fate or like Constantine to fight Doctor Strange?
Ooh, Constantine would win.
No.
John Constantine. He'd smoke at him, he'd get cancer.
Yeah, but he's already dealing with crippling damage to his hands constantly. You think cancer's gonna do shit to him?
He's gonna be really sad. He's gonna have to go to some form of therapies. Actually, the one I really liked is the one with Batman Beyond and Spider-Man 2099.
Oh yeah, that was a pretty good one.
I love Batman Beyond.
I was slightly salty with the Batman versus Spider-Man one, but I did like the Batman versus Captain America. That was pretty satisfying.
The Batman against Black Panther made me angry. I don't get why if they're gonna bring up stuff Batman has, give him everything he has. Stop trying to. They just nitpick what they give Batman.
Again, it's the whole principle of Chekhov's gun. If you establish a thing, you have to actually make some use of that thing.
Like they could just be like anything. I think they should do anything that he has normally on him, like regularly. Give him a Green Lantern ring. He's got one in his safe.
I don't think that would be quite fair.
Yeah,
unless you gave him the will energy augmentation suit from Batman the Brave and the Bold.
Oh, he's fine. He keeps 2 lantern rings in his shit.
Well, now Well, now, we'll see. Now now that Infinity Wars come out, they're probably going to do like Thanos versus Darkseid.
Darkseid is way cooler. Fuck Thanos. Actually, yeah.
If they don't, well, it's not the. Well, I hope they don't give him the Infinity. Well, they probably won't give him Infinity on because that shouldn't be fair.
If they don't give him the Infinity Gauntlet, then Darkseid wins.
What if they give Darkseid the anti-life equation? Can he just erase his free will?
At that point, Thanos and Darkseid would just shut the fuck up and work together.
They might as well do Avengers against the Justice League. Just go ape.
Well, if they have the product, that would take a long time to produce. But
are you going to do original 7 members of the Justice League versus original set of Avengers, or how are you going to do that?
Do that one.
It would probably be originals, yeah.
Because if you open it up to the entire expanded roster, it's gonna fucking take all day for both of them.
It's just
and then the Spectre and the Living Tribunal are just gonna show up at the end and just be like, nope, done.
Getting the fuck out of here.
Well, Spectre, I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, Living Tribunal is way more powerful than Spectre, so I guess.
Yeah, that's why the Amalgam Universe isn't even.
Spectre's not number 2.
Split.
Living Tribunal's like number 2. Spectre, I don't think it's number 2.
Well, I'm saying, yeah, Spectre is
Who'd be like ranked right below him? Maybe like Lucifer Morningstar or something.
Spectre is underneath the Archangels and the Endless. He's relatively on par with on several of the upper level Lords of Order.
Well, he's like, because I mean, yeah, Spectre, because like Spectre and Phantom Stranger are basically like on the same level because they're basically like they're considered like this, not the same thing, but like Spectre is like God's wrath, and then Phantom Stranger is supposed to be hope.
So it depends on which iteration of the Phantom Stranger you're going with.
I've been gone for a while. What happened?
We're talking about
Death Battle.
Oh wow, I missed a lot. I was making salmon and pork chops.
Pork chops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was pretty good. I
enjoyed it. Let me look at some battles so you guys talk.
Well, anyway, the iteration of Phantom Stranger I always liked the idea of was the fact that him and Spectre were basically both agents of God. So they're kind of like angels put like on planet Earth to like watch.
The iteration of Phantom Stranger that I've always liked and that I would be going with if I ever got a chance to write for DC is he's in my opinion he should be an angel who sided with neither God nor the devil in the war in heaven and attempted to protect humanity. So he was exiled by both of them and forced to walk the earth without anyone knowing his name.
Wait, may I make a joke about this? Because you just made me that just reminded me of something. I make a joke about that.
Sure.
Okay.
It's Billy's hatred for black people.
Are you? Wait, what? What did you say, Meta?
Nothing.
Okay, are you guys familiar with like with Mormonism?
Yeah.
So I think it's probably been retconned. I'm not sure if it's still part of the teachings, but I think originally they said apparently when it came to black people, like black people apparently are the angels who did not take a side during the war in heaven. They also got cast out. So that's just a funny thing. So basically, like, yeah, it'd be funny if someone wrote Phantom Stranger like that and they kind of made him black and stuff. And it's like, oh
Jesus. Yeah, here's let's get away from this. What do you think about Hulk versus Doomsday? I thought that one was good.
Okay.
I like
yeah, Hulk vs. Doomsday was kind of cool. I mean, there were some salty Hulk fans who said that, like, you know,
Did you agree with their win?
No, the Hulk gets curb stomped by Doomsday, given all the ways that Doomsday has died, and his immunities to super strength, which is the only real
Oh, you got a text.
Upturn that the Hulk has.
Yeah, I assumed from the start that Doomsday was going to win.
I agree with Doomsday winning. It's just like I think there were some sore fans who thought that what was it like the What
Well,
was it?
yeah, on the internet, if you make a definitive statement about anything, you're going to get people who are butthurt.
Yeah, because I think
That's
some
just-
people were thinking that Hulk had infinite strength, but they didn't think the fact that him getting injured can also lower his using his healing factor can tax him being stronger or something like that.
I like Doomsday. He's cool.
Yeah.
What about what did you think of Zorro and versus Ursa?
Zorro versus who?
Did you watch that one? The two swords peoples from anime.
Yes, I remember Zorro, but what was his opponent again?
It's Ursa. That's a red-haired chick. I thought that one was trash.
Oh. Oh, you mean from was she from Fairy Tale?
Yeah, that
Okay, yeah, that's right.
that was a terrible death battle.
Man, I love animes.
Then they also did what was it? They did Monkey D. Luffy versus Natsu. The dragon wizard.
Yeah, it was Luffy's brother Ace.
Oh, sorry, it was Ace. Sorry, Ace versus Natsu. Yeah,
Ace didn't Ace wouldn't stand a chance. That was a sad fight for him.
People told me I should really watch Fairy Tale because it's like a really good series featuring like wizards.
It's good. I enjoy it. It's probably my favorite manga. Ace didn't stand a chance.
You like it better than Death Note?
I don't like Death Note. I found Death Note to be very silly.
Okay.
Hang on. Let me tell you the reason why Death Note annoyed you from the start. Right? Is you have this dude who's a genius. He's supposed to be a super genius, one of the smartest people in the world, and he finds out this book that can kill somebody by writing their name in it. And his plan is to kill people pretty much only in Japan while sitting in his room instead of saying, I'm going to think this out logically, devise a way that no one can find me, and go to like some remote island where no one will ever track me down.
I don't get how he was found though. I never watched it.
It's because they're like they realized what city he was in because they discovered that a lot of the people he were killing were only shown on the news in that city, so it's very shortly deduced where he was.
I think it was the Kanto region, if I remember correctly.
And that's one of the reasons that Light Yagami pisses me off as this.
Okay. Here is Light's principal flaw for me, and I kind of agree with you with this, but it doesn't really change my love of Death Note. What does stick in my craw about Death Note is everything after episode 25, after L dies and Nier shows up. Fucking Nier. I hate Nier so much. But here is Light's tragic flaw. The corrosive effects of the book made him want to be a god. It inflated his ego to the point he wanted to be a god. If that were not a factor, he could have easily done everything he needed to do to make the world better without getting caught. And here's how you do it.
All he had to do is not fuck up at the start. He would have won.
Well, no. What he essentially should have done, and I've given this thought because this is what I would have done with the Death Note, is look up statistics of look up the death rates in every country. Then you do the math to figure out what a 10% deviation of the norm for that country's death statistics would be. Then you kill 10% of the criminals in any given country, and it doesn't even change the death statistic.
Did you watch the live action movie Death Note on Netflix?
Oh God!
You mean the greatest version of Death Note? Heck yeah!
There was one thing in that
every orifice that can be.
So there was one thing specifically in that movie that made me very happy. Is I hated how the Death Note had a default kill. If you didn't specify, they had a heart attack, and that would immediately trigger like suspicion. I think that would just make people suspicious. If all these big people all of a sudden just suddenly had heart attacks, but in the live action movie, it was pretty much Ryuk's choice, and he did like Final Destination kills, and I thought that was way better. So it always seemed like some freak accident, and I will forever stand by that. Okay, even though Light was a pussy in that movie, but I thought Ryuk was awesome, and I will stand by that as well. He was badass in that movie.
Willem Dafoe as Ryuk was amazing.
He's super cool.
Oh, dude, Willem Dafoe in anything is great.
Well, yes, but here's the other half of the perfect use of the Death Note. By the way, you write down that whichever person you're trying to kill dies in their sleep when they hit their deepest part of REM sleep. That way, if they don't go, if by some miracle they figure it out and they choose not to go to sleep, they'll die anyway because of sleep deprivation. And if they don't, they'll just die in their sleep. And it will happen whenever they go to sleep. So you don't even need to be cognizant of the time you set someone to die. They'll just die at the deepest part of their REM sleep.
Was there a limit to what you could write how he died? Like, could you write like, I don't know, Topher Grace dies in blood orgy. Just like all of a sudden one day he's like, I'm gonna go to the blood orgy.
You couldn't do something physically impossible. For example, if you wrote that someone died in Paris and they weren't in Paris, they wouldn't die.
What if I could write someone dying from their skull being ripped out. That's a thing, right? Because that could happen.
What if you write?
You would probably have to specify the circumstances that their skull got ripped out.
All right. They're driving a car and then suddenly they get in a crash and their skull is ripped out from their face.
Yeah, that would probably work.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't like Death Note. There are two series that are very hyped that I can't do. And it's Death Note and Hunter x Hunter. I can't do either of them.
I like One Punch Man and I like Soul Eater. Those are the only two that I'm actually like, hey, anime.
So One Punch Man is probably the only big hype series that I think 100% earned its big fan.
In our last stream, I argued you about your dislike of Hunter.
Oh god.
My biggest problem with Death Note is how badly it jumped the shark after L died.
I agree.
So Dalton, like, what did you? Did you watch Fairy Tail? Like, what did you think about it?
I've only seen like bits and pieces of it. I haven't actually sat down to watch it yet.
Well, from what I can tell, it seems like I haven't watched it, but I'm part of role playing websites, so it's pretty popular role playing thing to role play about. It seems like there's like
it seems like the better version of Once Upon a Time is what it seems like.
Like, you mean like the live action TV show?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about. I won't agree to that.
I don't know. It's like
that show about
that and Fables.
Maybe they're like Fables, but it's kind of like basically the main characters are wizards who use magic, and it's like every character has their own specific type of magical ability. Like, one of the characters can summon weapons, another character is fire magic given to him by a dragon, and then other characters like specializes in ice. Like, there's two characters that do ice magic. One character uses ice magic that's in the shape of like animals and constructs, while the other basically uses it in shapes that are kind of like basic shapes like triangles and stuff.
No, he uses different weapons.
He uses weapons, ice weapons.
It's pretty much whatever you can think of.
One of them specialized in animal.
Just assume ice Green Lantern. There you go.
Yeah. That's just so you never saw it though, Dalton.
I've seen clips of it. I haven't sat down and watched it yet.
That's interesting. It seems like that'd be something you'd watch since it's like a supernatural anime.
Is it worth looking into, or?
I haven't watched it, but from what I can tell, the anime seems like it got really popular. So
I'm not a huge fan of the anime adaptation. I prefer the manga. So there's too much year-round animes tend to have really big flux of animation quality.
I think One Punch Man did pretty good with that.
One Punch Man, it wasn't a year-round anime. One Punch Man was seasonal.
What's the difference?
Year-round is like you're gonna get an episode pretty much every week during the year.
Oh, okay, like Naruto, yeah.
Like Naruto or One Piece but then there's like seasonal stuff. And so that's why seasonal stuff usually is way better. animation because they have a much bigger budget.
Yeah, so
And you know what the greatest anime is of all time?
What?
Sword Art Online. Heck yeah, fellas.
All right, kick this guy from the chat. I will not have this.
Be gone.
It was actually the first one I ever watched, and I hated anime because of it.
There's a spin-off actually.
Or no, it's the second one I ever watched.
There's a Sword Art Online spin-off that's actually not bad because none of the characters everyone hates is in it.
Oh, sweet. But yeah, no, I watched it like 5 years ago.
Well, you shouldn't let that shit spoil all of anime for you.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
So
Sword Art Online, I mean, I heard some people like it. I heard some people just hate Sword Art Online.
And Sword Art Online is literally. Let me these two comparisons.
I know. It's like basically, isn't it like Ready Player One basically?
No, it's if you can imagine, it's anime placement. It's like the Twilight of anime. There are people that really love it, but that's because they're stupid and they don't have taste.
Okay, so like,
How do you
what
guys
is wrong with
feel
Sword
about
Art Online?
What'd you say?
How do you feel about
You mean the
Hitalia?
greatest character in the show?
God damn you!
Okay, Hitalia. Oh, isn't Hitalia? Oh yeah, Hitalia I heard is really popular because it's basically like the main characters are all the countries, like personified as like a person.
Yeah,
I only know of it. I've never watched it.
I hear at least like back in like 2009, like like between 2010 and like 2014, it seemed like it had a very huge following at cons, at least the con I went to.
Yeah, cons will always.
I never gave it a chance until a friend of mine got me into it, and it's pretty good, especially if you are a history buff, because they try to like analogize historical events as like interpersonal shit that would happen to you on a soap opera.
Oh god. Yeah.
Italy just banged my mom. What am I gonna do?
Does this mean there's a part where Germany rapes the Poland?
Yes.
You joke, but
Oh
that's
god.
kind of ambiguous. So.
Oh, I just want to watch that one scene.
Yeah, that's my fetish.
And then a bunch of other countries gangbang Germany?
There is like an implied like maybe not relationship between Germany and Italy, which is hilarious.
Oh, okay, yeah, because Germany and Italy are both like guys in the show.
Because Italy is like very effeminate and shit, and Germany is like this big stormtrooper looking motherfucker.
Jesus. Oh yeah. What I was gonna say is, anime though it's really hard to really say as a whole because it's more of a style, and then you have it pretty much being everything.
Penny and stocking, am I right?
What do you think? What do you think? Rack. So, like, what were you explaining about Sword Art Online? Because I've never watched the show.
Sword Art Online.
Oh, it's amazing, Billy. You have to watch
Sword Art Online is trash.
Great.
The premise is good. Everything beyond that is garbage.
The premise is stupid in its own.
It's like
why don't they just EMP? Huh? Why can't they just use an EMP?
Because they die.
No,
it's hooked up with their brain.
Okay, so what is the story
if they turn off the game, then their brain is fried because the electricity.
What is the reason for them being in the game? Like, what is the reason for Sword? Like, what is
the original one is like they had this big VR video game shit ass, and then the guy who made it pretty much made it so once you logged in at a certain time, you couldn't log out, and if you died in the game, you died in real life. And the main character pretty much becomes a one-man army, and then it's immediately does like this huge time skip, like within like 2 episodes, where he becomes like the strongest singular player in the game, and that lasts for about an episode, and then he goes and hangs out with his girlfriend for 9 episodes. So and
basically,
and they don't even beat the game. They find a glitch and cheat, and then get out. And then the villain, when they ask him like, "Why did you do this?" he says he forgot, and then he leaves, and you never see him again.
So what you're saying is it's basically a ripoff of Spy Kids 3 and Kid Chameleon, the game.
There you go.
The Genesis.
I love Spy Kids 3.
It's Spy Kids 3, but with more lewd teenage girls.
Yeah, but also Kid Chameleon, because Kid Chameleon was like that Genesis game
and
where it's like
also
the
a little
villains
bit of Code
capturing kids.
Lyoko.
Yeah, a bit of Code Lyoko too. Just Code Lyoko was a program, not really a game, though. Yeah, a show I really like. It's not anime, but did you guys ever watch the show Chaotic?
I did. I'm waiting for season 3 to finish.
Oh.
It's been like 10 years.
Oh wow, okay. Well, yeah, Chaotic was cool. I thought Chaotic was cool because it's like a trading card show, kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh and Magic.
No,
But
don't get me
special
started on Yu-Gi-Oh. I'll talk about Yu-Gi-Oh for hours.
Yeah, the
Keep
special
going.
thing about
Yu-Gi-Oh
Chaotic.
is amazing. What are you talking about, man?
The special thing about Chaotic
I love
is that
Chaotic. I love Yu-Gi-Oh so much.
yeah, the special thing about Yu-Gi-Oh, sorry, about Chaotic is that you basically become the creatures in the show, where like you like fight each other. I thought that was
Dude, that's my fetish. I always wanted to become a minion.
I'm so mad. I want to have this conversation. I don't want to talk about
he's still on
Chaotic.
the
I'm getting
Minions.
angry. What's up with you and the minions? Stop talking about minions.
I love
Doesn't make
minions.
sense.
You need to change your like Twitter handle to meta_minion or something.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, unfortunately, Google decided to get rid of the map, like the control panel option, where I can't eject people.
Would you
Oh, yeah,
try to
okay.
eject me though, Billy? Would
If you
you?
keep talking about minions, I might have to. Actually, I actually can't eject you.
But would you, Billy? Would you? You're denying me of free
minions.
speech, Billy. Free
Yes.
speech.
This is a private stream. I have every right to eject you.
Well,
Oh,
I can't believe this. Billy.
Just the same as I have every right to
I
not
think-
bake the cake. I have every right to not
Economic
bake
and
the cake.
socio-political memes, folks.
Billy.
I have a right to not bake the cake either.
Well, I can't believe this.
Wow. This is harassment of the highest level.
Yeah, this is harassment of the minions of our yellow skins.
Oh god.
Wait,
That
are you
minion
honestly
face. Did
gonna
you draw
add
that?
Minions as an oppressed minority.
Did you
I
draw
wish I could draw.
Unfortunately for me, he came on before he changed his profile picture. It's still just Hellboy to me. That's all I can say.
If I can draw you a better minion picture, will you put it on?
Maybe,
Oh my god.
but it has to be two minions boning. Maybe actually, if you could do a minion orgy, that'd be pretty good.
Yeah, no, another anime. You know, another anime that I just need to sit down and watch sometime is
my brain is short circuiting.
What
is Inuyasha, because I watched a couple episodes and it looks pretty interesting.
Oh, I watched Inuyasha.
Yeah, I mean, I like the animes that are based off like Japanese like folklore, like the fantasy ones. So Inuyasha looks very interesting to me, so I want to check it out. I mean, what do you think, Rex?
I don't have any negative or positive opinions of Inuyasha.
Oh, you haven't watched
What
it?
do you guys think?
No, I
what do
just
you guys
didn't
think of
care for it.
Netflix's
It's not my thing.
Castlevania show.
I thought that was a lot of fun.
I have a buddy.
I didn't watch it.
I love it. I can't wait for season 2, which is
I
going
thought
to
it
be
was a lot
8
of fun.
episodes instead of 4.
Oh,
You know,
I
okay.
actually haven't watched it, actually, but okay.
Honest to God, I think Ruby kind of sucks.
It's
But-
falling apart right now. On
The show that came before it, Rivers of Blue, it's still on actually. Rivers of Blue is great. Like you got to watch that.
Ruby is falling apart.
Wait,
It's having
is Ruby
horrible
that-
goals.
Is Ruby that that anime that looks like a video game?
Yeah.
That's like they're going to. Yeah, I know.
I mean,
I didn't know why that was so popular.
it has some good characters and some cool fight scenes, but
Oh, the fights are great. I think well,
fight scenes
they
are
were great.
cool
Monty he was a genius when it came to choreography.
Yeah, rip
Like-
Monty.
Yeah, you should watch Rivers of Blue. He has fight scenes in there too, and I think they're objectively better than Ruby's.
Oh, okay.
Like it's not even
Red versus
competition.
Red versus Blue though. I don't like their serious plot. It gets silly.
Yeah, I think the seriousness gets silly like 11, 12, but I think 8, 9, and 10.
Like I prefer their comedy, but I don't like Ruby's comedy. I prefer it when they be serious. I wish they would just kind of cast out all the side characters and all the main characters and just make it about Crow, and that'll probably fix the series.
Crow was great. I actually think he was the only good part of the show so far.
Yeah,
I mean, other than the old fights.
I talked to Vic Mignogna. He says he loves doing Crow. Crow is fantastic. He's like he was the best part of the newer seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can only watch Ruby be annoying and be a Mary Sue so much.
So I have a question for all of you. What are you guys' favorite Miyazaki film?
Miyazaki.
Spirited Away.
Okay.
What's the one?
No opinion.
What's the one where he hates on all current anime because he's a monster?
What?
That's a documentary where he's talking so much
Yeah,
shit.
what about a movie of his?
Oh,
Miyazaki.
Just the one with the cat bus. Is that Totoro? I'll just take.
Yeah, my favorite Totoro.
I just like the cat bus.
Billy, Jack said that you should be ashamed of yourself for having a boring stream. So that's
Yeah, well, that's Jack's opinion. So
he was making it horrible. He's scarily Captain Cummings. I was like, oh, cool. We're gonna talk to Captain Cummings. And then, goddamn, let's talk about killing the Jews and getting rid of the blacks. And like, Jesus Christ.
That's Jack.
I mean,
it was also a bit of me.
I missed my chance. I was gonna hear some crazy stories from him.
Yeah, but so you said Spirited Away, Dalton.
Spirited Away, yes.
Oh, that's interesting. Why is that?
It's just it's a perfect like modernized fairy tale, and it's just it's the animation is beautiful, the story is beautiful.
Does that one have a cat bus in it?
No, that's
not worth my time. There's only one cat bus. That's all I need.
Oh, that's really funny. But I actually really do enjoy Spirited Away. I was actually kind of expecting to say Princess Mononoke or like maybe Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's Moving Castle is probably my number 2 or number 3 Miyazaki movie. My least favorite is Ponyo, because that movie is just so stupid.
What's the one where she's a delivery girl?
That's Kiki's Delivery Service.
I like that one too.
That was interesting. It's very I recently saw it again. It's like it's very casual kind of. It's nothing.
I can't decide if I like Kiki or Howl's Moving Castle more.
Well, Howl's Moving Castle, I felt like had more interesting design to it. Like there was more to it, whereas Kiki is a little more casual, like just more low key and stuff. Mm-hmm. Whereas Howl actually has more bad guys and stuff.
Yeah, but it didn't really work because they kept switching between the like day-to-day life of what they were doing and then
there's a sequel to Bleach coming out. I'm gonna read the hell out of this.
Oh.
I heard Bleach was okay.
Bleach got bad at the end, but
yeah,
I like Kubo's art style and his
back in the old days of YouTube. I was part of the flame war that went on between Naruto and Bleach. So yeah,
which side were you on?
Crazy memories.
Which side were you on?
I was on the Naruto side, of course.
Well, you fucked up because Bleach has Kenpachi Zaraki, and you failed by default.
Dude, Bleach.
Naruto killed off its coolest character shortly after he showed up.
What? Who?
Kimaru.
No. Whoa, no. Everyone knows the coolest character is Itachi Uchiha.
You shut your mouth. There's a dude who's a skeletal dinosaur man. Itachi can't compete. There's a reason they had to kill him off and give him crippling sickness.
Fine. Okay.
That dude was so cool.
First of all, Bleach is like, as one hater said, was just Dragon Ball Z with really big swords. That's basically what it was. It was just
don't agree.
It was really big.
Dragon Ball has like relatively you could describe every plot in like a half a sentence. Like when it's like, Bleach, they're looking for the Dragon Balls and someone should stop them.
But Bleach is literally just, we're gonna rescue this character in the best arc was literally just them rescuing a character. It's not really that complex.
The arc is fantastic.
But again, it's like then they rehashed it in the future arc because the rest of the arcs were kind of uneventful.
Well, the 1,000-Year Blood War had nothing to do with that, and you got to see like Head Captain Yamamoto and how badass he was. That was cooler than anything in Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but that's the thing is, you can also mention the creator himself admitted that he focused more on designing the characters than he did on actually writing a story. Like his stories were
his stuff fell apart a lot. He really peaked at the Soul Society arc. The Soul Society arc is fantastic. And Kenpachi Zaraki is one of the most fun characters to ever watch.
The thing about Naruto is, what I like about Naruto is Kishimoto knows how to make really interesting characters, and he has a really good idea. The only problem with him is I feel like when he tries to get his ideas on paper and when he's trying to juggle all these characters he created, that's when he has issues. But
he creates a big plot, and then he says, "How can I make this plot focus around the Uchiha?" Here's what
it depends on which arc. I mean, there are arcs that don't do that, but I get what you're saying. But I think the main problem with that is like if he had like miniseries, if he did miniseries for all these different groups of characters, then I think it could work. But I think the problem was that he tried to focus on the main three characters, who unfortunately turned out to be less interesting, just in my personal opinion, sometimes than like these other side characters. Like his side characters felt more interesting, and like their designs made them.
You're gonna have to hope from the guy who's doing Burrito now, because Kishimoto isn't doing Naruto anymore. He hates Naruto. I told you about that last week.
Well, yeah, because he wants to do other stuff, which makes perfect sense. But yeah, because I mean, even before Naruto ended, he had people interpret his body language showing that he was done with it. Basically, like,
Did you know the week that Naruto met his dad, Kishimoto's actual dad died that same week?
That's
like before or after?
It was like 2 days after it came out. His dad
Damn.
died.
That sucks.
So he had gotten done drawing this tearful reunion with Naruto and his dad, and then his dad died.
Yeah,
Jesus.
That's really depressing. Well, did you know he has a twin brother?
No.
Oh.
If you read any of his stuff, but 666 Satan or Blazer Drive, he has a series very similar to Naruto, but the main character wants to make people respect him by conquering the planet, and he's possessed by Satan.
Hot.
That is interesting.
That's my fetish. Other than minions, of course, that's my second fetish.
Yeah, see,
but instead of it has a similar thing, instead of the tailed demons, it's
so meta. What you want ideally is a minion possessed by the devil.
Yes. Yes.
What is your opinion of that purple minion from? I think was it the third movie or is it the second movie?
The second, obviously.
What is your opinion of
swine?
I haven't seen the third one.
They're disgusting. They don't yelp banana. They're ugly, and they're not yellow. Except yellow minions.
What about a gold?
Wow.
What if there was a gold minion? Is that like told about in legend?
Yeah.
What about Pride Minion? Like with rainbows.
Well, it seems they're gay enough.
Passion of the Minion. It's a new rated R film.
Yeah,
I want to draw now a minion dressed up as like a bleeding Jesus.
You know, it's kind of that's funny, but like, you know, it's pretty funny how like people were talking about how like potentially originally with Naruto they were apparently supposed to be wizards rather than ninja.
No, they weren't supposed to. So it was supposed to be ninjas, but it was supposed to be like ninjas in the mob. It was supposed to be like how the mob uses like ancient stuff to like get their shit done. Like Naruto was indebted to the.
I would have liked. Yeah, I would have liked. Yeah, I would have liked it. I would have liked it if they had used the idea of wizards, just because it now would make sense why Naruto's wearing orange. Because that was the main joke of Naruto, is that he's a freaking ninja and he's wearing bright orange. Like, what the?
That's because he's autistic.
I know, but that's the thing. Is like, but again, when you look at Naruto, like how chakra works, it does kind of remind you a bit like magic in a sense, because like they bite their like thumbs and have like those seals and stuff. So it looks something. It just doesn't look like it's not ninjutsu.
They bite their thumbs and then they become a titan. Boom. That's how I know anime.
It
depends on which side of Eastern mysticism you happen to be on, because the same forces that power Eastern oriented magic are the same forces that power things like advanced martial arts and Tai Chi and shit. So the line between the martial arts and the mystic arts
how did the bones get there
is very blurred.
The real question is, were there any summoning techniques that summon minions?
Dinosaurs were not real. They were minions in disguise. They were minions in disguise, Billy.
But
I hate your minions. I hate them so much.
I love minions.
I mean, you've seen Naruto, Dalton, right?
Yeah.
Naruto's garbage. The real best anime in the world is Minion, the movie.
Okay, that's fun. That's funny. That's funny.
Can you draw a minion?
I mean, well, the thing is, Dalton, is like when it comes to like the whole concept of ninjutsu in Naruto. I mean, doesn't it feel a little bit more like in like a fantasy context magic? You know?
Yeah. But again, the line between the more like spiritual and metaphysical aspects of martial arts in Eastern philosophy and Eastern mysticism is very blurred because it's powered by the same forces and the same principles. So
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Wow, it's been the stream's been going on for a while, so I'll probably just cut off the broadcast here since it's been going on for quite some time.
Yeah.
So anyway, folks, please like and subscribe to all the people who you've seen on this stream. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.